there. Shut that off. Play that after.
It's the final countdown. Oh.
I'm sorry, what?
It's the final countdown. Near.
Please don't. I listen to that song way too much. I could probably start singing it. I don't want to sing on stream. For, obvious reasons. I don't trust my singing voice. Alright. Everybody ready?
As much as we can be?
Yeah, I guess so.
Good job.
Okay, so a quick recap for you, Feld. If you didn't watch the VOD.
Yeah, okay.
You were seasick all last week. That medicine didn't do shit for you.
Well, last week.
So the last 2 weeks, he was just bleh. You look at him and it's like, Jesus Christ, dude, are you dead or what? You're not green, you're gray.
Oof. Gray? That sounds terrible.
Yeah, he looked like shit. But Jake pushed past his flaw. He got his ass kicked again. He drew from the deck.
3 times.
Which, we had a couple of pants-shitting moments there.
Yeah.
So I told Jake, gave it about a week and told him that he drew his magic item naturally. And he's all, like, I'm still worried about the other ones. Like, just fucking don't worry about it, alright? It's fine.
Yeah, don't worry about it, man.
You tell me that.
Don't worry about it, man.
Okay, Jake, it's the deck of many things. If something bad was to happen, it would have happened the moment you drew that card.
Or would it?
You're absolutely sure about that.
Or would he be sure about that?
Dun dun.
I'm 90% sure about that.
There's always that 10%.
Yeah, but I trust Sora not to fuck you over.
I don't know. It's pretty tempting.
Okay, so with his draws, he got himself a pair of nice fucking bracers, nice magical bracers.
That make me punch harder.
Yeah, and harder and harder and harder.
Pretty much.
Harder, better, faster, stronger.
Yes.
There, I made the meme.
All the meme.
Okay, so all that's done. Otherwise, you really didn't miss too much. Those are the key points. So who wants to start first?
Well,
Who wants to take their turn first before I let the captain take over for a bit?
Well, the only thing that I would really be doing at this time is
meditating.
waking up waking up to get dressed and of course get my braces equipped.
Of course.
Nice and tight. And then
Okay.
And then before going about breakfast, proceeding to do a short meditation. Yeah.
Okay. Kat, what are you doing right now? Same thing?
It's about, just waking up, getting dressed, all that jazz.
Okay. Peld, after 2 weeks of feeling like complete and utter horse shit, you wake up and you're like, I must be over it, I feel great. Hungry as hell, but I feel great.
Yeah, that's about it.
Most of that 2 weeks you spent sticking your head outside the porthole.
That must have been an interesting sound that whole 2 weeks.
I tell you what the sound was.
You're like, oh, there's this pelt again.
There's Paul.
It's
Hold
like,
on, I'll
so,
be
how's
back.
Pelt doing? No, he's doing fine.
Okay, guys, rein it in. Did Sora just say he's gonna be right back?
That's what it sounded like, and now he is currently out of the voice chat.
Is he out of
Oh.
bounds?
Okay, I wanted to be sure about that because I couldn't make it out.
Yeah,
Okay.
I
Yeah.
couldn't hear him either, actually.
All right. Well, that is. I can confirm that's what he said. He'll be
Okay.
right back, and he currently is out of the voice chat. So.
Yeah, I see.
Okay.
He went out of bounds.
Oh,
Okay, you three, can move yourselves on the ship wherever you're going to end up.
Yeah,
I'm gonna go
I'm
up
not
and
here.
go
I
into.
am have to get some food if I haven't
You're-
taken that much time.
You've eaten, but
Well.
you just really couldn't keep anything down
Yeah.
for very long.
Yeah.
Basically, you're eating like an anime protagonist at this point. You've
Okay.
got,
Nom, nom,
plates
nom,
stacked-
nom.
you've got like 4 or 5 fucking plates stacked up at this point.
Like, I gotta make up for lost time.
Yeah.
It's okay,
Sure.
really.
Jake, I want you to stay right there
Okay. Will do.
for the lulz.
Oh no. More lols.
Oh yes, for the lulz. Cat, Peld, you guys can converse.
Oh. Man, I was out that long. Well, not really out unconscious, but I was sick for that long. Huh.
Yeah. Are you feeling any better?
What does it look like? I'm starving. And I ordered
So
all
true.
This, I hope this is enough to make up for, what, 2 weeks? Wow. I did have a weird, I guess, dream, but I don't know. It's probably not important.
A dream?
I don't know. Just some weird thing about some dragon, bed exploded or something. I don't know. It was weird.
That does
Are you
sound
sh-
weird.
Are you 100% sure that it wasn't that one time you accidentally shit the bed because you had the runs too?
No, it was on fire. Like the dragon just flew into the bed and it
Okay.
and there was water everywhere. And-
Okay. He couldn't hold in the shit from Chipotle. That's what it was.
Chipotle, dude, he couldn't hold the shit in from Taco Bell.
There's a Taco Bell on this boat? Who told me that?
No, wait, sorry. Oh, in here in this world, it's called Taco Hell. That's what it's called.
Taco Bell.
It's run by tieflings, everything's super fucking spicy, and
Man, it sounds so good.
Oh, I mean, then after the dragon blew up, I was in a large arena, I think, and there was a giant turtle, and it blew up. A lot of things blew up.
Man, you have a lot of explosion dreams.
I don't know.
considering, considering he doesn't know any explosive magic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there was a lot of math apparently. I don't know. I don't know. Like I said, it was some weird fever dream, I guess.
Sounds like it.
Not gonna rule it out.
Yeah. What? So I also heard there was another fight or something going on.
Yeah, it was just a fisticuff brawl with the captain and Norrell.
Oh well, what happened?
Well, Norrell lost again, but
Got dunked on.
yeah.
Welcome back. Okay, now that he's back, I can
Yeah.
move down to us. So, how is Ava slumped against Nira's door?
She's blocking the entire door, homie. Her foot's on one side of the door and her head's near the other one.
It's a good thing the doors swing inwards.
Oh, damn. I was hoping she couldn't get out.
She opens the door.
I should have stated that back before. That's why I asked, how is she up against the door? Is she just like back against it, just unconscious, or is she like fucking plastered
That'll
to
be
it, just face against the door?
that'll be a great morning greeting. Just as soon as Nero opens the door, you just see feet go down to the floor.
So
Or she could fall on top of Nero. If she was
Just-
leaning against it anyway.
I mean, technically, I'd planned on staying where I was anyway, because, like I said, I was meditating. So.
Yeah, right.
yeah, it's not gonna last for too much longer. Nira opens her door and Ava falls in.
Yep.
There.
And Nira looks down and goes, "What the fuck are you doing
no,
now?"
No. She's like just laying like this.
Oh, she's just, yeah.
Oh,
The door opens.
sideways,
Nira just
okay.
looks at her and goes, "What the fuck are you doing?"
Ava still sleeping.
Nira just rolls her to the middle of the floor.
Rip.
And
As you're rolling her, she just goes subconsciously in your sleep. We.
Nira rolls her eyes and just makes her way upstairs. And with the rest of the group, just sits down and goes, "Did you two know Ava was laying outside my door?"
I didn't notice.
Okay, well, I just left her in the middle of the floor. So she's somebody else's problem now.
Okay.
Sounds good, I guess.
I'm not babysitting. Oh, did somebody want to roll the... Nah, fuck it. It's a sunny day. Screw it. We're not rolling the
Yay,
weather
the
dice.
sun- out,
Sunny
sun's
day.
out.
Oh God.
Yeah, let's leave that crap to a different campaign, okay?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
Where we
D&D session
slaughter.
good. That sounds great.
Where we slaughter Sesame Street.
Oh, I don't know. Are we gonna flake Elmo?
We're gonna
He'll be
crucify him.
the
He's gonna be
he's
on
gonna be
fire like that meme.
Elmo is going to be the big bad evil guy. And then,
I thought that would be Cookie
Okay.
Monster.
Oh god, the cookie monster.
the Cookie Monster would be the mini boss.
Yeah.
Elmo sent Cookie Monster after your ass.
Except in this world, Cookie Monster doesn't eat... Okay, except in this world, Cookie Monster doesn't eat...
He eats
Time for
dwarves.
that internet to come.
Dwarves!
Okay, come on.
We
All
really
right,
went
all
out.
right.
Okay.
Yeah,
Alright.
let's get this back on track. Okay,
Okay,
we got
so
a
what
lot-
are we doing?
We got a lot of ground to cover. We're waiting for Norl to come up the stairs now.
Oh.
Mira's eating. Ava's laying, probably face down on the deck there.
Sound asleep.
Okay, well, everyone's waiting for me. Finishes meditating. Norl steps up from his bed, walks over to the door, proceeds to open it, sees Ava on the floor, proceeds to quietly close his door, and then slowly walks over, kneels down, and says, "You good?"
Yeah,
It's alright.
I think that might be the best thing to do.
Yes, I figured his response would be that she was still sleeping, sound
Yeah.
asleep.
Yeah.
So at that point, Nora was like, No response. Okay, she's good.
Do you haul ass away from her?
Yeah. Not really running, just doing like that, that quick walk.
As he gets to about right here, Ava just kind of sits up. Huh? As she rubs her eyes.
Oh god.
Oh no.
She just kind of starts looking around, drowsy looking. I'm giving you a chance to escape if you want to escape.
Nora looks up and is like, just give me 3 seconds. And then he starts doing his quick walk again.
Ava kind of gets up. Did you leave your door open or closed?
It's closed.
Okay. How did I fall asleep here? Huh. She goes into her room and gets ready for the day.
Okay.
Now it's your turn.
Do you come up on deck?
Sure.
That's kind of what I'm waiting for, is for everybody to be on the deck. So I'll move her here.
Ava takes one of the chairs from the other tables and puts it right in between Viessa and Nira, and just sits right in between them.
Viessa looks a
And-
little nervous.
I know the table's kind of full. There's still some food on it.
Yeah,
As she noms
Bella's
on
been
some
catching up
bread.
on food.
Yeah, Peldwood, you don't have to worry about that with me. I don't really eat that much.
I mean, to be honest, you actually look really great as far as, I haven't seen it.
Having your ass kicked twice.
Yeah. Yeah,
Well-
I mean, not just that. I mean, you do look better. You look better than you ever have to me. Despite that, but yeah.
Well, I mean, I guess I have been training.
Well, it's paying off, I guess.
I mean, most of my training so far on this ship was with the captain, so I have had training.
Well, seems like a good teacher to me.
I'd have to agree with that.
And I told you didn't have anything to worry about with the captain.
Yeah, that was just me being hot-headed and stupid. And that's just something that's about me. Sometimes it happens.
Yeah, see, you're admitting to that, and that's good.
Took him long enough.
Still,
Yes, it took me long enough, but it's fine. This trip has given me a bit of a wake-up call, I guess you could say.
Yeah,
That was
like-
10 years in the making.
yeah, the only wake-up call for me was the fact that medicine was basically just watered down oatmeal to me. It didn't do anything.
Yeah, I don't recall ever. I think I only used that stuff once.
I used it twice, I believe.
Huh.
Yeah, you both used it twice.
Yeah.
Pellwood would have tried to use it a third or fourth time while he was sick, thinking it would help.
But it didn't.
It's pretty useless.
Maybe I shouldn't bought so much of it. Maybe we should
Yeah, I
sell
can
some of
tell.
it.
I could barely even taste the stuff, to be honest.
And at that point, the captain calls out, "We're coming up on port. Everybody, get ready."
Port? You mean land?
Yay!
Or
Land!
And the captain just kind of looks at Pelwood and goes, yes.
Yay! Yes.
Alright.
Mhm.
Finally, we get to see West Water now.
He goes, for now, we'll be at port for about a week, and then we'll move on to the next town
Alright, well,
on your journey.
that sounds good enough to me.
Okay, at that point, Yura gets up, excuses herself, and goes back to her room to gather her things.
Norrell has already pretty much gotten his things with him, so everything fully equipped and.
So
everything-
at this, if you want your character to stay on the boat, they can. But I will throw another option at you guys once we load up the next map and get placed.
Alright.
Alright.
Well, Viessa does the same because she didn't bring anything. She goes and gets everything. Bloop.
Well, I think I've finished eating. So yeah, I'm getting my stuff ready as well now. So.
Norrell looks around and sees that everyone else has left except one, and realizes who it is.
Done.
Well, don't worry, you've drowned from the deck. She's completely harmless now.
Yeah, you have your item.
Alright. Gather our pieces. I'm gonna move her off to the side here. Everybody gather.
Okay,
Gather.
I'm back.
Okay, I'm gonna move everybody down here.
You missed me. Rip.
You grabbed a hold of yourself, so it just kind of canceled the all grab.
Oh, whoops.
Grab
Sorry.
these. Move these over here. Jake, load up the new map. While I work on the erasing of stuff.
The erasing of the things.
Even though we'll have to re-put
Yeah.
them back in unless we set it back up that
Yeah,
way.
we will.
You know, these little blue spots that are around the sides.
Yeah, we'll have to.
Dots are
probably
being a
soon-
little troublesome.
Yeah, as soon as we get back on the
Where the
boat.
heck-
Oh, there's
Just
the
gotta-
yellow line. There's a yellow line over here.
Oh, Ava, I got it. Don't worry about it.
There you
See, it's
Right,
all the
there
way
we go.
down in the corner.
Okay, somebody needs to move the captain.
go. Captain speaking.
I keep
Here, it
forgetting
can
he's
be
there.
here with the.
But yes, alright, is everything clear?
All right.
All good?
Mm-hmm.
Everything
Here we-
finished.
Yeah, we can leave that there.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll just leave it there. It's not like we're gonna be focusing out over there anyway. Okay, I'm gonna put everybody over here. We're all on that little bridge thing there.
Alright.
Okay.
That's where our boat is docked. The captain is there.
Oh. Okay. I was like,
Cool.
These two back. There we go. Okay. All right.
I
So
did-
as we
I thought about putting the word boat down there, but I'm not going to.
I'll do something special for that later.
draw a little boat on
okay.
Yeah, that's what I
Okay.
was gonna do. I'll do it later.
it.
But anyway,
All right. So as we get off the boat, I'm going to say Ava and Norrell get off first, followed by the rest of us. Captain's already on the dock, talking to the harbor master about resupplying, dropping off different cargo, stuff like that. Ava and Norrell, a runner from the guild, shows up.
Oh.
and addresses you two.
Oh. Hello.
He bows and says, Lady Mallory requests your party's immediate response to the guild hall. You both know, out of everyone in the group, Nira, Norrell, and Ava know who Lady Mallory is.
Right. We shall be there immediately.
He goes, you will follow me.
Okay.
And he starts to lead you, but don't move just yet.
Are you one of her so-called, what were they again? Oh yeah, children?
And he nods. Yes. The guild mother wishes to see any guild members that come through, especially those that she's taking care of. And he looks directly at Nira.
Ava just looks at Peld and Viessa, and she just kind of says, "Prepare yourselves," with a smile on her face.
Oh boy.
Let us go! As she starts following the courier.
And we're gonna go right to Viessa. Do it.
As Viessa comes walking down, she sees her necklace start glowing. And she's like, "What?" And she looks over and notices that there's a hooded guy. And so she runs off.
Nira
Well, she turns into a fox and runs off, yeah.
and Nira immediately goes, Peld, let's go. And takes off after her.
Okay.
So now we're on a wild fox chase. We're on a fox hunt now.
Yeah, really.
And
No, kidding.
the guild guy is like, oh, well, Nira knows her way around town. She'll be fine as long as she can get the other two in ropes. You two, please follow me. And you guys are going to this building over here. Captain's staying here.
At the dock. Or on the
course.
boat.
Okay.
Probably at the dock.
Yeah, he's at the dock. He's doing his job. So as you enter the guild hall, this guild hall is a little bit different than the one we regularly frequent. There's a lot more kids running around, and there's different guild members looking after different groups. Each one's being trained and taught different languages, stuff like that. A couple of the guild members look up, recognize the two of you, and wave, and then go back to tutoring the kids and helping them as the courier leads you further into the building.
And as we're being led to the place, Noel is waving back, and also he's talking with Ava and is saying, it looks like a hold on.
Uh-oh.
Gasp.
Hold on.
Alright. We're holding. I don't know what on to, but we're holding.
I got a hold of my ring. I took my ring off just so I'd have something to hold. It's a nice ring. I think it's titanium. I don't fucking know what it is. All I know is it's a nice ring. It's got a little rubber black band around the middle of it. Because I can't wear my assassin's ring anymore. It doesn't fit. My fingers got fat.
Fat fingers.
Okay. Now, as I was saying, sorry, got interrupted by Mom being curious as to what was on the floor. It was just a leaf, so I threw it away. Um,
It was a reef.
Leaf.
I knew
A
Jake
reef.
was fucking reefer.
That reefer man.
No,
It was the reefer.
the walking
Okay.
leaf.
Okay. Anyway, it was looking while they were walking. Nora was looking over at Ava, and he says, "Listen, I understand that things have been bad between us, but I really want to see about starting things up on the right foot, if we can."
Bad between us? There's nothing bad between us. You had I have no problem with anybody.
Yeah, that's why I said, okay. Let me rephrase. Me, I had problems.
Well, that's something
So
you need to get over there.
right. I'm going. Like I said, I'm going to work on that. Are we cool with that?
I'm sorry, you lagged out there a lot.
What?
Sorry. Yes, they're right. That's what I'm going to work on. I want to work that out and do better. Are we cool with that?
I mean, it's not like I wasn't cool with anything. What?
Okay. I was just making sure.
And at this point, you two have stopped in front of a door. The young man who has led you there bows, and she'll see you immediately.
What?
Okay.
Sounds good.
I opened the door.
And you see a nice office, big desk, probably mahogany, unknown, um, and a chair with its back to you. And you hear her voice, "Please sit."
I
Oh
go and
boy.
sit down.
I also proceed to sit down.
As you both sit, the chair slowly turns around, and she looks between the two of you. Where the rest of them?
Oh. Wild fox chase?
And she nods. Okay. And then the flood of questions starts. Is Nero with you? Where is she? Is she eating okay? And it just keeps going and going, and you try to answer, but you just can't get a word in edgewise.
No, I don't even bother trying to answer.
And we're gonna cut you off right there as you're being bombarded with the doting mother questions. Viessa, move to where you're going
We'll be
Um,
while we try to
she's-
keep up.
Oh. Ah.
She goes behind, like, in a alleyway back here.
Oh.
Here, we're probably having tried to stay close and skidded to a stop. I'm gonna zoom in on this little street corner here and look around. Did you see where she went? Because I think I lost her.
I started to see her go around this round looking. Is this a building?
It's an arena.
Okay.
Yeah,
I
it's a
think she
building.
went
It's an
around
arena.
the arena that's over here.
Well, that really narrows it down to a wide area, now doesn't it?
Well, it's better than saying I didn't see her at all.
True, I'll give you that. And Nira makes her way down this street and motions for you to follow her. You better stick close to me or you're gonna get lost.
Okay, so she runs down this way.
Nira's
Like through the
following
alleyway.
now. We're gonna be about 2 steps behind you.
Okay.
Until you finally stop.
Until I get to a dead end or something. Guessing.
Until you either run into that guy or you finally stop.
She's slower now that she's looking around.
Yeah, we're we're still 2 steps behind. So
But yeah,
yeah, I'm just gonna start moving us together.
Okay.
Just
makes it easy.
you've got the whole city
Yeah,
to run around in. So go ahead, put us wherever you're actually gonna be ending up.
Okay, yeah, she does
So-
see him and end up running through here. I think, yeah, right here. It's good.
Right there.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you want to move your piece for a second, so I can see the roads?
Oh.
To me? Or,
No, cat. I'll count this here as a dead end.
Oh yeah, she's at that dead end.
Okay, so go ahead and put yourself there. So as you round that corner and come to a dead end, you hear you hear the footsteps of Nira and Norrell
She
coming
bursts-
up.
yeah, how the heck do you hear him all the way over there?
Well, I mean, I am a
Fox?
fox. I can hear
No.
like pretty well.
No, I think you
You
said the wrong name.
you said the wrong name.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. No
I was like, Norrell's all the way over
My bad.
Okay.
Shut up. Tired.
Alright.
So you hear us, and Nira skids to a stop, and Norrell just runs into her. So now,
okay.
sorry,
you place already.
Pellwood. Fuck you. Tired. Had to do Norrell for the last 3 weeks.
That's
Yeah.
true.
So the name is burned into my brain. So Pellwood runs into Nira, and we're on the ground. Nira's face down. Pellwood's on top of her.
Ow.
Get off.
I quickly get up.
Nira gets to her feet and looks down the dead end at Viessa and just, what the hell?
Okay, so at this point, I would like to notify that I will be right back.
Okay.
We,
I face my piece.
See, Viessa looks a little nervous.
Still,
yeah, she's still a
still in-
fox. She's like, yep. Nervous yips.
Nira mind links with her. What's going on? Why did you bolt like that?
There was someone watching me. I thought I got rid of them. I don't know.
Someone's watching you?
Yes.
Okay. All right.
I saw my my necklace glow.
And Nira goes, okay, first you change back, and then Nira turns and waves down a guard, and then points to Pellwood. Can you take him to the guild? Guard nods and asks for Pellwood to follow him.
sure.
And I think it would be best if it was just me and her for a little bit.
Oh,
Alright.
okay.
I did my job. My job here is done.
Your job here
Kinda-
is done. My job here
Dusts
is
his hands
done.
off, brushes the dirt off his shoulders. The deed is done, and then just turns and marches down the street after the guard.
Okay, so do you want me to go over here now?
Yeah, you're gonna go over there. They're gonna make you wait with all the kids.
Alright. So I'm in a waiting room full of kids now. Okay.
You're essentially, it's the main guild hall.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, she transforms back.
Yeah. She goes, you and I are going to go for a little walk, and we're going to have chat.
Okay.
And she starts walking south with you. I'm going to move us in just a bit. We're going to cut back to Ava and Norrell. The questions have subsided, and she's just staring at you, expecting an answer.
I'll be right back.
1, everybody's fine. 2, quit with the questions.
And she looks at you, Ava, and goes, "You know I worry about my kids. All of them. Every last one of them." And she's really holding tightly to her pen. Or quill, or whatever she was using.
Sometimes you just need to let your kids go.
Or whatever's on her desk. Yes, well, when I haven't seen them in years, I do like to play catch up. It's nice to know what they're doing and how their lives are going.
How long have we been gone? How long have they been separated?
Nira's been away. Nira's been away for like 4 or 5 years now.
Oh.
She came back and helped out with a couple of kids. That's where Nira learned how to tolerate kids and look after them. But she came back, spent about another 6 months to a year waiting for Norrell to show up, and then she went off with Norrell as his partner.
Did you just summon us to ask us how they are?
She goes, that and to meet the new recruits.
Yeah. They're busy. Should be back in the
Alright.
maybe, if we're lucky.
All right,
Alright, I'm back.
Jake's back. All right, cool.
Yeah.
Everybody's back.
Yeah.
So at that point, the courier that had met you at the boat, Bellwood, shows up. Oh, there you are. Please come with me.
Alright.
And he leads you back to the office where Norrell and Ava are. The door's open. You walk in, and the door's shut behind you. And you see this lovely drow woman sitting at the desk. You can see her between both Norrell and Ava. She looks at you and goes, "Oh, is that one of the recruits?"
Norrell turns around, sees Beltwood, looks over at the lady and says, "That's one of them."
Your sending stone vibrates. You have a message. I am taking Viessa. We're going for a walk. We're going to have a chat. Something's up, and I'm looking to get to the bottom of it. Or as far down the rabbit hole as she'll let me. She's
Right.
just letting you know what's going on. You can't send anything back till tomorrow.
Norrell proceeds to hear the message, sending Stone back. Sorry about that. That was a little bit of an important message I had to take there.
And she nods. She goes, "Of course. Sending messages, regardless if they're teammates or actual guild business, are always very important. We know this." And then she kind of glances at Ava. "Well, most of us." Yeah, I'm gonna say these two have butted heads for years.
Right.
And then
Oh.
to Nira and Viessa, we've made our way south. We're at a nice little outdoor cafe. This area, has Viessa outside of Nira encountered any other tieflings?
I think no, she hasn't. As far as I know. I mean, there's not many tieflings in a forest, but sure.
Yeah, it depends on where you go. But the entire time you've known Nira, regardless if she's in her bedclothes or not, she's always had a hood on. You've never really seen her
Yeah,
with the hood
no,
down.
no, this is a certain thing. It's not just with a hood on, but yeah.
Yeah, I'm saying this because you've never really seen her with her hood down. Once we enter this area of town, um, you see Nira relax a little bit more,
Hmm.
and then as we sit down at the cafe, um, one of the waiters shows up, and it's a male tiefling. Nira greets him and orders us a couple of drinks, and then as he leaves, she reaches up and she actually finally pulls her hood down. And you can get a good look at her long hair. It goes down to about her mid back. She's got a clasp. Uh, no, not her mid back. Her lower back goes down to her lower back, just above her tail. And then, like, at her mid back, about the middle of the length, there's this clasp around it, holding that area together. Her horns swoop back along her face, and one goes to a point just behind her head. The other one stops. It appears to have been broken a long time ago. And she looks at you, and you can finally see the scar over her eye. And you've seen her eyes; they glow. One's like a sunny yellow. The other one is kind of a pale orange. But you finally get to see why that one's a pale orange.
Hmm.
Um, and she leans forward and goes, "Okay, so everybody's got secrets, but a secret like yours needs to be shared."
She nods. Um. Yeah, it's a long story though.
Which I'll probably have you tell me outside the game.
Yeah. But
And Nira goes, "Since it's a long story, I'll just ask some clarifying questions. That man, is he a danger to you?"
well, I've seen them a few times. They seem to be coming after me for some reason. I don't know what it is. Like, they just come after me for some reason, and I can never see their face.
Okay.
That's the weird thing. They're hooded so much that they're just dark face, nothing there. And I don't know, I just can't describe it. It's just weird that they're trying to go after me. I mean, seen them ever since I was young.
Nira nods and she goes, "Yeah, well, stuff like that. I mean, I've got a whole army of paladins after my species, so
I
I
mean,
kind of get where you're coming from."
I'm a little bit sure, but I think they killed my parents
Well,
originally.
that makes two of us. And Nira, as you see, she's a bit more relaxed. She's still got her guard up,
Yeah,
because you say these guys are a danger to you, so she's
making
keeping an
sure.
eye out. Yeah. When the the waiter comes back, she ushers him down and whispers something to him in infernal, and then
Of course, I
sets
could
down the drinks.
understand her, but sure.
It's quieted.
Ah,
It's just between them. You can't you see her lips move, but you don't really hear anything.
okay.
And he nods and makes his way back in, and um, about 10 minutes pass, and you notice there's a few more guards in the area
What is
now.
it? What? Why is it with all these guards?
And Nira smirks and goes, "It's because these people understand tieflings aren't evil."
Hmm.
And
Uh,
Jesus, whose Discord is crapping
Yeah,
themselves?
I heard like 4 or 5 pings going on. From
yeah, I heard
somebody.
badoop, badoop,
Sorry,
badoop.
I'm getting spammed.
Uh-oh.
You're getting
Oh.
spammed.
No, why?
They're trying to sell you
Um,
insurance. Is that what's going on? No. Okay.
okay. Anyway, once the guards show up, Nira still with her guard up and goes, like I said, we're pretty much the same, only our assailants are different. So maybe it's time I opened up to you a little bit more about my past.
Oh?
And then she proceeds to tell the what she remembers from her village being attacked and most of the people being put to the sword by the Black Paladins for, being infernal creatures, evil creatures. That was their tirade.
Hmm.
Then and how she had managed to escape into the forest just before an arrow had killed her mother. So and then the story goes until basically until Norrell's story opens up.
Ah.
The goblin story.
Oh, okay.
No, yeah.
Yeah.
And then she goes, and then the rest after I met him is history.
Hmm.
And the only reason I know about this place is because I spent about a year and a half or so in this city.
Oh, so you've been here before.
And she nods.
Hmm.
Yeah. And quite frankly, one, I ran after you because it's easy to get lost here. And two, she kind of looks away and slowly glances back at you and goes, I kind of don't want to go back to the guild hall right now.
Understandable.
Let's let Ava and the guild mother butt their heads while I'm not there. Then she chuckles and goes, though it is entertaining, I'd rather not be in a custody battle.
Ah, I see.
Yeah, so, and then Nira explains the whole guild mother thing so I can get this information out to you guys. This is the only guild hall master that goes by a different title.
Okay.
The only reason she goes by guild mother is because she, her hall tends to take in orphans, and teach them, train them if they want to join if the kids are adamant about joining the guild, they'll start training them in a class. If the kid's interested in magic, they start working them towards either a wizard, or if they have the natural talent like a sorcerer, they start working it that way. Basically, it's like a school orphanage combo. I mean, other guild members do come and go. A lot of times, younger initiates will be brought here while they wait for their trainer. And then they'll spend anywhere from 2 to 6 months with the guild mother.
Okay.
And they'll pick up on another language. If they're magically inclined, they'll figure out what type of magic, and then ease them onto that proper path, so they don't end up screwing something up and pulling an Ed and Al. They'll they basically just help the kids to learn and take care of them, give them a home.
Sounds good.
She goes, yeah, but the guild mother is like su.
Uh-oh, you cut off.
Guild mother is like what?
Super protective of any kids that have stayed in her guild for more than 6 months.
Ah.
She considers them her children, and yeah, she thinks that of me.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not having any of that this time.
Yeah, it's good you stayed away then.
Yeah, I'll wait till Ava either storms out or the guild mother storms out. It's a coin toss on who wins that fight.
Okay.
But yeah, in this city, they don't care what your race is. They will protect you. So, if something's wrong, find a guard, or there's guild members everywhere. And she thumbs to the tiefling waiter. When she says that, you see him open up his vest a little bit, and you see the guild badge. And then he puts it back and pats it back into place. Gives
So-
Viessa a wink and
So a lot of them are
Moves on.
guild members.
moves on to the next table. A lot. She goes, a lot of people in this town, yes, are guild members, and a good majority of the kids here have connections in the guild because of the guild mother. Like I said, this is probably one of the safest places in the world for anybody who's not human.
Interesting.
And then she goes, and thus is why I put my hood down. I'm safer here than I am in our, and she air quotes it, hometown.
Well, I guess I could tell you one thing though, or show you one thing. She takes off the pendant and puts it on the table. It looks like a silver teardrop. Like the teardrop's sort of like a bluish color, but they have like silver design on it. You know?
Can I ask you a question completely out of character?
Yeah.
Did you rip this thing off from Laputa?
No. This is a little different. It looks
In
like it's an
design.
elvish design, more or less.
It looks like it's an elvish design. I heard teardrop, and that was the first thing that popped into my head. It's the only thing I really remember from that movie. It's
I
like,
forgot all
is this
about
the
that one. I'm
Laputa
like,
pendant?
I was looking just before starting this, and actually I did find a picture, and that's kind of what I was going off of.
Trust me to find the anime reference and something that's not supposed
Well,
to have it.
you could make it somewhat like that because it does glow, and
Yeah. It will go with
it
the
has
pendant.
kind of
Looks
like a little
the-
mark
the-
in it. Yeah, so
Yeah, the
might
actual
as well.
stone looks like the one from Laputa, but the necklace around it is elven in design.
Yeah, well,
Not just a fine chain and a stone set.
yeah. Well, this was my mother's before she got killed off by the hooded creatures, whatever they are. And it just started glowing when I came here, so I'm just wondering what. Why it's doing this.
And so Ava would know this. So Nira turns on her God, where is it? It's on the sheet. Her Eldritch sight. So detect magic. So Viessa would know if the item is magical or not. Is it?
Yes, it is magical.
Okay, it does glow.
Yes.
Okay. Anyway, you see the green flicker in her eyes as that happens, and she goes, well, maybe we could have somebody at the guild hall take a look at that.
Alright.
Get a better idea of what it is. actually, instead of. I mean, it could be as mundane as a stone of detection, but.
Well, I mean, it didn't glow before, other than when those guys appear. So there's something else. I don't think it's just because of that. But that's just my hunch. I don't know much about it, other than that
Out of character, Cat. We're going to be spending a week in this town, so I'm going to do 2 sessions in this city.
Alright.
So if you want to come up with something, we can leave the stone at the guild. I'm not going to let you go out alone. Should you want to have an encounter with these guys, you won't be all by yourself.
Alright.
So, yeah, so the out of character, if you want to leave it with the guild and have it identified and take a week to come up with what it is, we can do that. I have no issues with that. I don't think Jake has any issues with that.
Okay.
No.
And if you do need help coming up with a magical item for that, you can always ask Sora. I'm pretty sure
I
he'd be more
kinda
than happy to help.
have a little idea, but yeah.
Yeah, Sora could probably help you refine that a little bit.
Yeah, second.
I do
opinions
definitely need
Oh.
opinions about it, because,
Yeah.
I mean, I
Yeah.
do have a 6-page backstory. That's why I said it was kinda long.
Jesus! Are you sure it's a backstory and not a fan fiction?
Yeah, are you sure it's a backstory, not a fucking?
She's
Oh, God.
she's working on a novella.
Well,
fucking
it's a
graphic novel.
deep story.
Jesus.
It started off
I
as
hope
nothing.
it's done by the come down. I'll read it.
I mean, I've got it as far as until we met up, so that's as far as it goes. But yeah, there's plenty that happens.
Good lord.
That's why I have a summary page I'm looking at, so I don't have to be like looking through the whole thing.
Yeah, you may want to link me the summary page.
You don't want to sit
I'm
there
not
and read
gonna-
6 pages.
Oh, trust me, I look forward to reading it just in person.
Ah, okay.
Because I'm a bit of when it comes to writing, I'm a bit of a freak. If there's spelling errors and shit, I will actually correct them as I go.
Well, I
I'd
haven't.
rather have you there to stop me from doing it.
Oh, this is wrong!
I mean, yeah, second opinions and assistance is always appreciated in that regard.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure Sora would be more than happy to help you, finalize what it actually is.
Yeah, there's a few
And-
things I am curious on what to do on, but yeah.
Yeah, and we can get around to that later. So we're gonna cut us here, and we're gonna move back up to you guys.
Alright.
And I've already forgotten what the guild mother's name was. I think it starts with an M.
Mallory.
Thank you. Thank you, Feld, for taking notes. You get 1 extra bonus EXP. Which means jack and shit, but alright.
Yeah, that's fine.
You can go ahead and mark that down on your sheet too. You have 1 EXP.
Do I have to?
I said you can, you don't have
I mean,
to.
if it's useless, I don't see the point there.
Honestly, even if it was useless, I'd mark it down. Just be an asshole. Look, I got 1 EXP and a level precision. But, yeah, thank you. So, we're back with Norrell, Ava, Pelwood, and Mallory.
Well, Norrell at this point is just sitting at his chair and is just taking in what's happening.
She's...
I just kind of
She's...
in.
Yeah, she has moved you to the center of the room, Feld, and
Uh-huh.
she's walking around you and looking you over closely. Moving your arm up, looking down your arm, running your hands up and down your arm, just giving you a full evaluation.
Is this a doctor's office?
No. She's just very thorough in her examinations of people. And then when she's done, she takes a step back and goes, "Ice sorcerer. Don't see too many of those here."
Yeah. Oh, this is.
Most of the kids, what'd you say?
I was gonna say, yeah, it's true. Dude, I'm guessing you know who I am.
Who's
And-
working closely with Nira?
Okay, well, I'm listening.
That's all she said. She goes, "But an introduction would be in order. They really didn't give me any names other than the three I know."
Oh, they didn't tell you the rest. Oh, I go by Peldwood.
She nods and gives you a curtsy. She's very proper. You seem to notice that. Like, while she was looking you over, like, you'd slouch a little bit when she got behind you. She'd pat your back so you'd stand upright. Like, she's very proper. All the kids in the guild hall were very well mannered. So, she, like I said, she nods and curtsies and extends her hand. "I am Lady Mallory. I am the guild mother. I'm the only guild mother."
Oh, it's a pleasure to meet the only guild buzzer in existence. Then.
She goes, "It is a title by choice, not by necessity." As you've seen the children.
Yes, there was an entire room of children.
And she nods and goes, "Yeah, they are all mine, so to speak."
And where did they actually come from then?
They're all orphans. They're found all over the world. They're brought here by other guild members, given an education. Most of them tend to stay in town. A lot of them will join the guard. Uh, Another group will join the guild. So if you ever see a young member, they probably either started off here or ended up here at some point in time in their career in the guild.
Oh, it's a very different way than the way I got involved.
And she chuckles and goes, "Yes, I heard about that."
I mean, it just kind of
Took a
started
job.
one day. One day it was just
Took a-
me and a few others in a cave, and
Took-
kind of started from there.
Job off the wall, and ran into a couple of our members, and she glances at Norl.
Yes. Yes.
And then she turns to face it, Norl, and leans forward. "And then Nira had to jump in and save your butt. I heard about that, too."
Yes, yes, all well and good.
And to be honest, I don't think any of us would have been here today if it wasn't for all of us working together.
I would have to agree with Peldwood on that one. If it wasn't for everybody, we definitely wouldn't be here.
And she chuckles and says, "Well, yes, a team is better when working together than butting heads all the time."
Yeah, tell me about it.
And she knows. She knows how Norl and Nira's relationship is. She just kind of looks at him and goes, "Yes. So stop butting heads with her. Because remember, she's got the horns. She could lay your ass out."
Yes, I'm fully aware of that, and yes, I'm working on it.
Just, well, it's good to hear you're improving. And she takes her seat.
Noral just like silently just goes.
Okay, she's a dark elf, so I want you to repeat that so everybody can hear it, because she heard it.
He basically did a mocking repeat.
And as she makes her way back to her chair, she gives you a light cup up back the head. Don't talk back. And sits down at her chair.
I do apologize, Lady Mallory. It seems the outside world has kind of changed things a little.
She goes, the outside world, yes. But in this guild hall, you respect everyone. That includes me.
Yes, my lady.
And then she motions for you to leave. She goes, now, if you would all please take your leave. One of the other attendants will discuss arrangements. And if you do see Nira, please send her into the office. I would like to speak to her.
I will be sure to do so promptly.
Ava says, right away, as she just kind of stands up and walks out.
Right away.
I kind of figured that would happen. I wasn't expecting Norl to backsass though.
I suppose Ava shall be doing that for me.
She goes, whoever sees her first. Now, please, the youngest are coming in for our lesson. There's a couple of attendants
Yes.
run in, take the chairs, move them out, start bringing in little desks.
Okay, yes. Alright. A good day to you, my lady.
She nods and... Okay, as you guys make your way to the main hall, one of the attendants walks up and goes, we do have rooms here prepared if you guys wish to stay here. Otherwise, you can stay on the ship.
Ava just goes, the ship I will stay.
I figured as much. The attendant goes, of course, that is your choice. If you wish to go out into town, and he looks at Pellwood on this, he goes, please let us know. We will send an attendant with you so you don't get lost. It's a big place. Lots of winding roads.
So, well, can you tell me a bit more about this place that I would specifically be staying in?
You're staying at the guild hall.
Oh, here?
Yeah. Yeah,
Hmm.
that's where you'll be staying. That your options are the boat or the guild hall, unless you want to pay money to stay at a tavern.
Yeah, those two other options are free. Staying
Yeah.
at an inn or a tavern, you have to pay for.
Yep. And I will actually make you pay.
I don't know. To be honest, I feel like I need a bit of time away from that boat.
Any nods? Would you like me to show you your room now?
Sure, I'll take a look. As
Alright,
I turn
and
around, as I look at the kids and I say, I must go, my people need me. Oh, okay.
The kids all look at you funny. What the hell is he talking about? As another...
What?
What?
Hold on. Say it again.
We're waiting.
We're waiting to see if he made it back. Maybe.
Mamma mia.
Yeah.
Oh, he has a circle around, so his hasn't made it back yet.
he's in stasis mode.
He's in internet purgatory.
Internet purgatory.
Or Discord purgatory. One or the
Mm.
other. Oh, he left now. He's gonna come back.
Okay, where did I leave him?
I don't know. I said that I must go. My people need me, and you're like the kids were like, "What the heck's he talking about?"
Okay,
And that's
so
pretty much-
the thing about this is we've had a lot of, I say this, no, I didn't. That's not gonna fly anymore. Be careful what you say. If you're gonna say something that would be considered an out of character thing to say, let me know. Otherwise, it's coming out of your character's mouth. So you have just been dragged away by a very embarrassed.
Uh-oh.
Give him a second.
Hello?
Yeah.
There we go.
Okay, you. So where did I leave off?
Very
Very
embarrassed.
Louder, keep rolling.
Embarrassed.
Okay, you've been dragged away by a very embarrassed attendant. Like they're not upset at you. They're just like, why would you say something like that? What the hell's the matter with you?
I was leaving the room.
Okay, where's Norl staying?
It's at this point he overhears Ava, turns to Ava and says, "Do you need company to get to the boat, or are you good?"
Sora?
What?
It's
You were just spoken
Norrell
to.
was saying, turning to Ava, and he says, "Do you need company getting to the boat, or are you good?"
No, I can handle myself.
You sure?
Yeah, and as a matter of fact, when you find Nira, give her this as he hands you a ring. She
He?
knows what it is.
She.
Oh no. Oh
Okay.
no. Not the fuck again. No!
Okay. Okay. All right. I'll listen. Fine, I'll get you put in there. This is inside the probably be okay. I'll be. I'm just gonna have to figure out how soon we'll be able to. You know what? I think it'll be okay. I'll probably see to seeing where Nira is, and I don't really know if I want to stay here. Mm, it'll be fine. I've got plenty of money if I want to find somewhere else to stay.
Okay, saying this, both Ava and Norl know their way around the town fairly well.
Yeah, she goes back to the boat.
Okay? Before you leave, no, don't, just move yourself where the boat is. Before you leave, though, you are handed a sending stone.
Okay.
And the attendant goes, just in case somebody here needs to get a hold of you, we'll set this stone aside. And he holds up the other stone of the set and sets it under the desk aside, just in case, So please keep that stone on you and return it before you leave.
Okay.
That way, because none of us have the sending spell, that way we can at least keep in contact with each other somewhat.
Alright, so it's at this point that Norrell keeps in mind that he does have to go find out where Nira and needs to also figure out where Viessa went to. So before he heads out, and before he knows where to go first, he is heading to he is making his way to the church.
Okay, which would be right there. Well, while you're doing that, these two are taking a walk through this wooded area here, this farm area, I guess. the rich district. It's like this area here is like a nice park. And of course, Viessa would notice that the guards are still around.
Hmm. Well, at least it's
Mira
nice
chuckles.
to. At least it's nice to actually have someone to watch over us. I guess.
Mira just kind of looks at you and goes, "What the hell do you think I've been doing?"
True.
So at this point, Jake, um, you're going to just miss us wherever we're going.
Okay.
By like minutes. Enough time for us to get far enough away to where you're just like, okay.
Like my first thought was I was going to go to the church, and then
Yeah,
I
that's
would
why
think
we're
of
in the park.
That's why I would think of the usual suspect place would be that um that because I knew about that cafe too,
Yeah, you know about the cafe.
so I would immediately think, okay, let me check there. But right now, Norrell is sitting quietly at a pew in the church and is proceeding to give a prayer to the gods, but then proceeding to take a short time to meditate
Okay,
in
and
in the peace of the church.
yep, priests. One of the priests recognizes you, sees what you're doing, and just kind of holds off from talking to you. Okay,
In the middle
time
of
passes.
the okay.
Time passes. It's now. We arrived in the morning. It's now late afternoon. Um, Nira and Viessa have spent most of the day between the cafe and the park. We've been spending more time at the park because it's quiet. Not a lot of people really go to this park. If they do, they're just kind of walking around the lake or the little pond or whatever the hell that is. They do a couple of laps, they leave. Nira has her hood up again,
Of course.
and she's a little more guarded. Um, so places in the city where Nira will keep her hood down would be over here, um, around the guild hall, uh, and probably here, which would be the market district. Otherwise, that hood stays up.
Okay.
Uh, that may change if her flaw changes, but that's not going to change for a while.
Ah.
So, but yeah, she's very guarded because of the incident that she had told you about the village.
Yeah.
So, and now you understand why she's so guarded, the way she is.
Yeah, it's understandable.
So we're at the park. It's late afternoon. Norrell, what are you doing?
It's at this time that I had that was enough. That was plenty of time for quiet, peaceful meditation. Um, so it's this point that Norrell gets up from the pew, uh, recognizes the priest that had that was in the church that had knew me and I knew him. So I basically gave a silent wave and a smile, and then proceeded to quietly exit the church. And then I think about it. Okay, where is this usual suspect place? Okay. Now I think I need to check the first place, which would be the cafe. So I'm making my way there, walking along.
Hey, Jake, you're doing it again. I'm not gonna have you run into anything along the way, unless Cat pipes up.
Okay. Oh, okay. So I get there.
I mean, technically, I don't think they would go after you guys, but okay.
We're around you a lot, so
True.
Okay.
I'll let
so
you
I
mull that
get-
over. We're gonna do 2 sessions here anyway. But yeah, nothing unless Cat pipes up about you having an encounter with something, with one of those dudes. Nothing's gonna happen. You can move to wherever you need to.
I mean, I could if
Okay,
you
well-
want me to.
That is. I'm leaving that up to you.
Okay.
If you want Norl to run into one, you go ahead and say so, and I'll stop him in his fucking tracks.
Okay.
All right, you are at the cafe now.
Yep. I have just walked in.
Okay, more like outside seating,
Okay.
Uh,
so I proceeded to sit down.
and the same tiefling waiter that waited on us walks up and goes, "Oh, it's you. It's weird seeing her without you. Who was her new friend?"
Oh, new friend. New recruit actually.
You know him from the guild. You know him to be a rogue.
Right.
But
right,
he's
so that's
worked
why-
here for years.
Right. That's why I was saying like new recruit or new guild member actually.
He's not. He's about the same rank as Nira, maybe one higher.
I was referring to Viessa when I said that.
I heard he. It sounded like you were asking about him.
No. What I'm actually inquiring is maybe you had seen them head in the direction.
And he nods. He goes, "Yeah, Nira was leading her off to the park. Can I
Oh.
get you something to drink? They may come back for dinner."
That's a possibility. I think I'll have. I know you make a really great tea, so I'll have some tea, please.
And he nods. He goes, "The usual tea for you then, Norl?"
The usual.
I think out of staff, the only like guild members that really go here would be Nira and Norl. Just because it's nice, it's tucked away. You don't have to deal with a lot of stupid people in the area. This area is like mostly tieflings. There's a couple of dragonborn walking around. There's some humans, elves, half elves. There's a halfling that runs around, makes a fool of himself for people's entertainment. Then he fetches you your tea. When he returns, he goes, "So, it's been 4 years since I've last seen her. She's grown up quite well."
You could say that.
He's like referring to the fact of her looks. Like he was surprised that she came back looking so good. He's also choosing his words very carefully around you
Right.
because you're like the father figure.
Right. At that point, I just got a message, so I will be right back.
Dang.
Okay? We'll jump back to Pellwood
Oh,
before we go back to playing cat and mouse with Jake.
okay.
I'm trying to specifically focus this one on Viessa,
Uh-huh.
but I also am trying to give you guys a little bit of screen time too.
Yeah.
So, meanwhile, at the guild hall,
Yeah.
hey, I gotta
Fair.
get my 70s and 80s references in. Damn it!
Yes. It's perfect.
Okay, so I
What are
guess
you
I'm-
doing at the guild hall?
So I guess they took me to where I'm gonna be staying in my
Yep,
room, I
they
guess?
they showed you your room. It's a nice little room. Better than the one you've been staying in at the tavern.
And
By
probably
far.
better than that little room in the boat too. I'm sure.
Yeah, it's not rocking around.
Exactly.
So what's in the room?
Standard fare: bed, end table, dresser to store your things, a little lock box if you want to lock your gold up.
Okay,
Uh,
typical.
if you do find your gold, I'm gonna be flipping a coin for anybody staying there. If you do find your gold missing, you can always find it at the front desk.
Okay.
It's a training thing for the rogues. Sneak in while somebody's sleeping, take their gold, take it to the front desk. It's fun. The kids love it.
I'll keep that in mind.
So, yeah. So, I mean, like I said, there's a note in the lockbox that tells you so. You can lock your room, but, they want the kids that want to be rogues to be prepared. So, if you find your gold missing, you can always find it at the front desk. You might be a few coins shy, but nothing more than that.
Interesting game they got going on.
It's not really a game, it's more training. And the only reason you're going to be missing a couple of coins is because they'll let the kids keep like 2 or 3. Nothing major.
Okay, so I've read the fine print here. Okay.
It's fun.
Yeah.
If you wish to learn, and there's also another note, because one of them had overheard, you wanting to learn about the town. If you wish to learn history about specific areas, they have class times written down. They're later in the day, around sundown, for the older guild initiates or those who wish to brush up on a skill or something.
I might try to check one of these out. I don't know what else is going on at the time. I don't know if anybody else is going to be around here but me, like as far as our group goes. But,
For now, it's just you.
yeah, I'll probably end up finding some time for one of these in the next day or whatever I'm here.
I said it's late afternoon. There's a time circled for history on yours for about 8 o'clock. And then there's a little scrawled note on it. Today's lesson would be history of the city, just in case you're curious.
So how long is it until that starts up?
Like I said, it's about late afternoon. It's about 5 o'clock. You got about 3 hours to burn.
Oh, okay. I don't know, just take a little rest for now until then.
Yeah, I'm not going to go into full detail for the city.
Yeah.
I'll give you a couple of times, years back kind of thing. I don't really want to do actual like dates,
Okay.
because that really fuck with my head. Any other questions? Concerns? Problems with the guild? Problems with the room?
No, nothing right now.
Okay. We're waiting for Norl to get back. How's Ava doing on the ship? Is she drinking with the crew?
Not tonight. She's more or less just getting some rest, focusing your spells.
Now, here's a question I can ask you out of character. Would Ava know the moment Nira puts the ring on?
No, she would know the moment she uses it.
Okay. And that's just another summoning spell?
Yeah.
Okay. I kind of figured, but I didn't want to assume.
Yeah.
Alright. So now we just gotta figure out what to do while we wait for Jake to get back. Let's cut back to you and me, Kat. We're at the lakeside. ducks and birds. There's a couple of turtles poking their heads out of the water. You see a lot of kids running around about now.
There's an awful lot of kids here.
And a couple of them run up to Nira and, they're really excited to see her. She chuckles and goes, "Aren't you guys in a class right now?" One of them goes, "Yeah, but it's boring. We're learning about plants." Nira just kind of chuckles and goes, "Well, you guys wanted this class, at least the last time I was here." It was, "Yeah, but it was more fun when you taught it." And just kind of goes, "I never taught this class. I taught Infernal." And one goes, "Oh, yeah. Yeah, I told you she was our Infernal teacher." And
Okay.
the other one's like, "Okay." And the other kid's like, "Oh, well, I guess you're right." She goes, "Why don't you two run back along to your class, and maybe we'll see each other at the guild hall." They both nod, run off. Okay, what's Norl doing?
Right now, at the moment, he has just finished his sip of tea, finished his tea, set the cup down,
Is he
And-
giving...
and is he what?
the waiter the don't ask me questions about my daughter death glare? The whole dead thing. Is he doing that?
In the middle of sips, yes.
In the middle of sips. And you immediately see he gets the hint. He's like, "Okay, don't bring up that kind of stuff about her to him." Got it. All right.
Yeah, he just basically keeps that silent and just lets the glares do the talking.
Let's the glares do the talking. I imagine inside Norl's eyes every time he glares at the kid would see a shotgun cock in his eyes.
It's like.
But yeah, at that point, that Oral politely sets down the cup, and it says, "I definitely do appreciate your cup when you make tea every single time."
And the young tiefling man nods and goes, "Of course. And you and Nira are always welcome here." Even the owner said so. This dude leans out the window and goes, "Hell yeah!"
Well then,
That's the owner. He's always been eccentric. You know this.
okay, well, like I said, I definitely appreciate the tea, but I do believe I need to start making.
And he nods and goes, "Last time I saw them, they were heading towards the park." And he points
Okay.
the general direction because, your memory might be a little rusty.
Okay. Alright. Well, I suppose I'll be making my way that way then, and once again, thank you and have a good day.
Okay.
Oh.
Moves.
Oh,
Oh, you were gonna
right,
say something more?
I forgot.
What?
What do you take for tea?
What? Jake, you cut out what?
What do you take for tips?
He goes, "Whatever's left behind from the bill."
Okay.
And then we divvy it up between us. You know that.
Alright, give it up. How about an extra silver for your trouble?
He chuckles. "Why, thank you. Your total was like 5 gold, something like that."
Oh, okay.
they're for cheap stuff. It's really good.
Alright, well, thing is, I'm only carrying copper, silver, and platinum. That's in my pocket.
Yeah, I gotta go to the page. Because I knocked off of platinum. I paid for everything at their cat.
Oh, okay.
That would've been like,
Okay. I know what I'll do. A platinum with that extra silver for the waiter, and and keep the change.
and that's thank you, sir. And he collects, takes it back, and then he comes out, waits on another table, wishes you goodbye.
And Norrell gives a hearty wave and makes his way out. Starts heading in the general direction.
Okay.
And stop.
Yeah. As you're heading
I was
over.
gonna say, Cat, go ahead and move us to where you want us, but yeah, do your thing first before you do that.
As you're walking by, you notice this mysterious person watching, but he's like cloaked. You can't see anything. Just sitting there in the shadows watching.
As I notice this, my fists slowly clench. Just keeping casual, like acting like I didn't notice whatsoever. But my fists clench, pretty much at the ready.
Okay.
Okay, Cat, go ahead and move us anywhere on the map you want to be.
Anywhere?
Anywhere. So, like I said, up here's the market district. This is where like the inhuman races live. Up here's the rich district. We don't really go there. This is
Nah.
the park. The church is over here. I mean, otherwise, anywhere on the map outside of this inner circle here, and this area here.
Okay.
This is where the council members meet. This is where they live.
Oh, okay. Okay.
And a lot of those council members tend to frequent that cafe because it's good food.
It is good food. I don't know really where to go in this part.
Just pick a spot. As long as we're like 2 steps ahead of Normal, I don't care. You could put us in a market district for all I care.
Yeah, why
This
not?
is your
We go over
choice.
to the market.
Okay, and as we make our way up, Mira points out, oh look, there's the guild hall. Yeah, let's avoid that
Oh.
place for a little while.
Alrighty.
And then we, before we hit the market district, Mira stops you right here, and she talks to one of the guards outside the. So the guards that were down there aren't following us anymore. We got a new set as we made our way up past the guild. We got a couple of guild members looking after us now.
Okay.
A lot of the rogues, so like you saw them exit the hall, and then they just fucking poofed. You don't know where they are, but you know they're around. You just don't know where. And Nier's talking to one of the guards. You know, is there gonna be a fight in the arena anytime soon? He goes, no, I'm sorry. The arena's closed for now. Renovations. The last major fight we had, they took down one of the walls.
Wow, that must have been an exciting fight.
So, oh, it was.
Man, I missed it.
And he tells the story in a glorious fight. And he goes, "Do you want to see the broken wall real quick?" I have
Sure.
no problem doing that. So he leads us in, and it's this wall, and they're thick stones. They're like 2 foot thick,
Wow.
and this wall is just collapsed.
Wow, that is really amazing.
And Nira looks at him and goes, magic? He goes, no. The guy punched it and it just fell apart. He must have hit a load-bearing stone and moved it.
Wow.
And the guard leads us back out, and we make our way into the market district.
Yay.
And there's all kinds of shops and whatnot around. And then we're gonna cut back to Norrell, who's now a city's
All
length away.
alone.
Normal pretty much at this point has his guard up, but he is continuing to keep the facade of being absolutely nothing, nonchalant, doesn't expect it.
Okay, go ahead and keep moving. Then I don't think I'm gonna need this just yet, so I'm gonna put my character sheet back in the book for now, so I can stretch.
Normal walks
You
his
you
way-
still feel, as you're walking, you still feel like you're being watched. But it's not as close as you think. Just
okay.
they're watching. So yeah, so you can keep going.
Oral's thinking to himself. Just watch. That's lame.
That's lame.
And Norrell needs to continue to. He's slowed his pace to where it's almost noticeable that he's noticed something, but he's still keeping it casual. And he continues onward to the park. And gets to the park. Stops. Looks around.
Oh,
And
let's see. I don't know.
I was gonna say at that point, move yourself closer to the lake.
Yeah. So you're
Okay.
at the lake.
Once you get to about there, you see one of the guild classes out and about, just wrapping up, and then a bunch of kids run towards you.
oh, well,
They've been hearing stories of our exploits. A lot of stories go through the guild. They probably heard it from some of the members that are no longer with us. Some of the team members that are no longer with us.
Mm.
And a couple of the kids ask about the beholder zombie. They want to hear that story.
oh, okay, great, that one. Oh,
Well, they've already heard a lot of these kids you've recognized from a couple of years ago when you picked Nira up, like the 4 years ago you picked Nira up from the guild, where you told them the story of saving Nira just to embarrass her
okay.
because she played a prank on you, so you got even.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, I suppose, as you kids know, if I'm going to be telling a story, I'm going to be telling it with music.
And a few of them cheer, and like some of the kids you don't recognize, just kind of tilt their heads and go with music. And one of them goes, "Yeah, he's good," you know. And the instructor goes, "Well, we can't really do this here. Why don't we take this to the guild hall?"
I do suppose that probably would be safer for the children, sure.
She nods and gathers up the kids and leads the way. Move yourself to the guild hall. I'm gonna guess he's still feel like he's being watched, but not as severely.
Well, yeah, probably
Is it a-
the guards. Yeah.
Well, the guards aren't really looking out for him.
Yeah,
They're more
that's
looking
true.
out for us, because we
Well,
don't
also
know.
the kids.
Yes, and there's a couple of the guards escorting, but maybe like 2 or 3, not like
Okay.
the 10 or so we had.
Yeah.
Just because Norrell and the instructor. So there, we're gonna leave you just doing your thing. Quick roll a performance check.
Okay.
Move this over here.
wait,
I put it in the center area.
Okay. And rolling.
Oh gosh,
Okay.
5.
Do you want to re-roll that?
I mean, if you're willing to give me a mulligan.
Yeah, I'm giving you a mulligan.
Okay.
Be good.
Alright,
Well, it
Hold
wasn't much
on.
better.
I'm gonna roll it. Good lord. Did I grab the? I grabbed the dud.
Let's put it
Try
in
that
jail. Dice
One
jail.
more roll. That's
One
it.
more. One more.
You
And
gotta
that's
take
it.
what this one is.
There we go.
Yay! Much better.
22.
Yes.
Perfect.
Considering the other one landed on a 17, but it looked like it landed on the 1 first. I must have dropped it on the way back over. Because it was a 1.
Yeah.
So yes, I am doing my performance with the stringed instrument, the lyre, and I am regaling the tale of the beholder zombie in as much detail as I can.
I have a question. Am I aware of this going on?
Are you in the main hall of the guild?
Well, I was in the hall and wasn't doing much else.
I guess you
So
would
yeah,
be.
yeah. You can hear Norl.
Okay.
Yay, I'm entertaining children.
You I, I'm gonna say this against character to save face of the fuck was his name? Fred,
Wait, Fred Fox?
the barbarian.
Oh, no, George.
George.
George. To save a little face for George, you embellish the fact that when he ran away screaming, he did it in a dignified manner, as best you can. So you kind of embellish that a little bit. I'm letting that go because of the high roll.
Yeah, I embellished it by saying that he ran
He
out
did not piss
after.
himself on the way out.
He ran out after another target that was coming from the door. So he was courageous enough to take out the other threat before it became a threat.
And I'm just hearing that, just thinking to myself, uh-huh, sure.
That didn't happen.
I'm not saying anything though, but I'm listening to it, just uh-huh.
Yeah, your thought process is. I don't remember another threat. I'm pretty sure I took care of that myself. But anyway, we're gonna cut back to Viessa and Nira. So I've got a question. Do we feel like we're being watched outside of the rogues? Okay. Nira's yeah, and Nira would have asked you that. Are they quietly? Are they around? Nira, nah. Nira nods and quietly slips her hand into her cloak, and then you just see her pull out the sword hilt that you know, and she puts it on her belt. And goes, all right, so let's just act natural. If they want to try something, they can go ahead and try.
She nods. 'Cause she doesn't want to seem suspect.
And we window shop.
Window shopping, yay!
Not like buying anything, and you can clearly see Nira is like avoiding the really girly shops.
Hmm.
Like the dresses and the shoes. You know, she's sticking more to like magic items, stuff like that. You can see
Yeah.
the faint green glow in her eyes as she walks by the magic shop and just kind of chuckles to herself.
Ooh, pretty magic items.
Yeah, and Nira just kind of pulls you a little closer and whispers to you, "Yeah, none of those are magical."
Yeah, true.
Do you have? Can you cast detect magic?
I don't think so.
Yeah, that in a situation like that, you'd have to take Nira's word on it.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's probably what Viessa
Yeah.
was responding is that
Yeah.
she knows that Nira has that ability, so
Yeah.
I would say, outside of the one time, Viessa probably thought it was like I had actually cast a spell to do so. Like she wouldn't know it's an eldritch invocation.
Okay.
So you just think I haven't turned the spell off?
well the event at the cafe definitely told her that you do have the ability to detect if something's magic or not, so
No, I told her when I took a look at it. I had her pendant.
right.
But I never said I can do it at will.
Okay. Well still
So
she knows that
so
happens, so
to Viessa, who probably wasn't.
Hmm?
What?
Which it probably has.
You cut out what?
I said, Viessa probably wasn't looking at Nira's eyes too much, so I'm
No.
guessing Viessa would just assume the spell has been active since we left the cafe.
Yeah.
When, in all actuality, Nira shut it off. It's like a switch. You can just literally go, click, magic vision, click, off, click, magic vision, yeah. That's why we're gonna go a little bit longer. By now, Pell, Norrell would have finished his song, and you would have, if you so chose to attend that class.
Yeah, might as well. That's done, so check that thing out. I'm always interested in the history of these places.
And while you're doing that, the kids are trying to coax Norrell into breaking a 2-foot by 2-foot block of stone with his fists.
You guys really want me to do this in the middle of class?
Classes are over for the day.
Oh, they're over the day. Okay.
It's late evening. You can tell them you'll do it after dinner, maybe.
As soon as you guys eat and really finish eating, I will definitely show you what'll happen to that stone.
There's like 40 kids, and their eyes get wide, and they immediately take their seats.
Good.
Like I said, these kids are very well behaved. One of the first things they learn is manners and etiquette. And I forgot her name again.
Mallory?
Thank you. The name I pulled out my ass, and I forget it.
Maybe you should type it
Mallory.
out.
I'm gonna write it down. Mallory is, like I said, very very proper, and that's like the first thing she teaches the kids is manners and whatnot.
Mm,
Because an unmannered child is a horrible child to have around.
yes.
That's very true.
Oops, I spelled that wrong. And I'm still spelling it wrong. Why can't I spell guild right now? There we go.
Yeah.
UILD.
As I figured, how do you increase the size of the pin? As I remember, there was a way to do.
I have no idea. I've never
I've done
fucking
it
figured
before.
it out.
I've done it before. Like last time I was playing by complete accident.
That'd be something we have to figure out outside of game. But yeah, Mallory's very, very strict about manners within the guild hall. And like you see her sitting at her table, and when you tell the kids, after you eat and you've eaten everything on your plates, that includes your vegetables, and you point out a couple of them, then we'll see about breaking that stone block. And as they immediately light up and go back to their tables, you can kind of see her smile.
Norl just looks over. Norl just looks over with a smile and does a slight nod.
Hi, Peanut. Sorry, I got a puppy looking at me.
Pretty much just has the usual prim and proper position of having his hand behind his back, standing up straight.
And she motions for you to join her at her table for dinner. At this point, Nira's probably taken Viessa to another little niche little restaurant over here.
Okay.
Again, her hood's down. Her eyes don't have that green tint to them anymore. She's, again, relaxed, but still guarded. She's got her guard up just in case something does happen.
Okay.
This is where we're eating.
So what type of food is here? Like, is it a restaurant or is it a cafe?
It's a restaurant.
Ah. Okay.
The food's not as good as the little cafe she took you to earlier, but it's like second. So far, it's the second best thing you've had. But you also get the sneaking suspicion that Nira is avoiding the guild hall like the plague.
Yeah, I kind of could feel that when we passed, and she's like, "Oh, that's that. Okay, we're not going there."
Yeah, we're not gonna go there for a while. She just got behind Viessa and started pushing. Come on. We've got other places we need to go.
And she's like, oh yeah, you see that? No.
I guess Viessa's like, ooh, what's that? That's the guild hall. Let's go. And I mean, you can ask her about it, and she'd probably tell you, but...
Yeah, I was wondering,
Peanut,
why
what are you
aren't we
doing?
going to the guild hall? Since we keep avoiding it.
And Nira, you see your eyes kind of roll. Reasons?
Fair enough.
Because only Viessa wouldn't push the matter.
Well, she knows she has her secrets. She's not gonna go and tell them off.
Well,
Her
like I said,
reasons.
Nira actually trusts Viessa at this point. So if you ask, she may tell, but it's like, but the way you asked, I mean, if you push it, she'll tell. She'll talk.
Ah. Okay.
But it's like, at this point, it's like, reasons? Like, you don't sense disdain, you just sense reluctance.
Ah. So just don't like the place, huh?
The guild hall's fine. It's Not that.
Hey guys, I think I'm good. I'm fine.
Okay.
Alright.
Alright.
You guys continue without me. It's fine. Just
Yeah,
catch me up tomorrow.
um,
too.
Yeah.
You're not really gonna miss too much more. I think we're gonna call it wraps here soon.
Yeah. I mean, there's not too
Yeah.
much else I can do either, really.
All right, guys.
Until we get back.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Alright.
she's like, yeah, all right. Where were we?
I asked about why we're not going to the guild hall.
Oh, she's like, you'll find out why when we actually go. We'll go
Okay.
after dinner.
Alright.
Cat, roll your perception.
Okay. One, really?
For the sake of a mulligan, go ahead and roll again. For the sake of hilarity.
Why? Okay. 11.
Okay, add in your passive perception. Your passive wisdom.
Wow.
Let's see, that would be 15.
Okay. You notice the young tiefling man from the cafe is standing on a rooftop behind Nira. He's in his guild gear.
Oh, look, isn't that the one we met over at the cafe?
And when Nira turns, he's gone. You lost track of him. You watched Nira turn, and when you look back up, and Nira's like, what?
But he was there, I swear.
And Nira goes, I believe you. I mean, he is a rogue, but it's not really a good idea to point out somebody who's trying to hide and keep an eye on someone.
Right, I forgot.
And you kind of see him creep back up. He's not like watching us directly,
Ah.
but at that moment, like the two of you actually like locked eyes. So when you look down, he's like, "Fuck, I've been seen," and duck back down.
Yeah.
So you see him come back up, and
Uh-oh. You cut out again. No.
hello.
You cut out again.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you see when he comes back up, you see he's scanning the area, and you see him make a couple of single-handed hand signs. And you look around, you don't really see anybody else. He's
Okay.
the only one that's all the other ones are moving around. He's the only one that's staying in position and organizing them. So you kind of get that feel. Now the question is, do they see one of those guys?
There is one around.
They are. I'm going to get the circle tool out here. Patrolling around us in an area about like that.
Okay.
So would they see one of these guys in the shadows? He, unbeknownst to you, he was kind of lingering around the table a little bit. He was waiting on the tables behind you.
Okay.
He knows Nira's a guild member, and he knows that she wouldn't open up to somebody she doesn't trust.
Okay.
So when she opened up to you, and then you told her about those dudes, he's like, okay. You know, then Norrell came, so he couldn't get to the guild fast enough.
Ignore that. I'm just.
He's playing.
Yeah, I figured out what to do.
Okay, so I would
I'll
think.
delete it. Never mind.
Let's see. I
Yeah,
would
you press
think.
plus and minus to make it to change the width of the line.
Ah. All right.
Alright.
Well, let's see. There is one like in an alleyway nearby. I would say like around
If you want to take the pen and mark him, you can. If you want to tab him, you can do that. If you want me to bust out a standee, we can do that too.
Or I can
See,
do
was
that.
it-
I do have the components for that.
Was it T? I don't remember what
It's
tab
tab.
was. Tab? Oh yeah.
Yeah, tab.
With the
Tab
very
is
left of
tab.
the,
Tab is the arrow.
Right, okay, cool. Let's see, what would be a good alleyway? Probably like, right around, like this corner there. They're just watching.
And we're at the building underneath you. That little, this one here.
Okay,
We're like
Yeah.
we're like right on that corner.
yeah. So he's just watching
just
from
don't
a
wanna
distance.
Yeah, I just don't want to shrink the miniatures down and lose them.
Yeah, no. I understand.
Um. So yeah, we're being watched by the guild. There's at least, from what you saw leaving the guild, you saw 4 guys leave,
Okay.
but there's more than that. Like I said, there's guild members all over this city.
Okay.
Like nothing goes down in this city without the guild knowing about it, and a lot of the members report to the council, too, on their
Alright.
findings. Like if the Black Paladins show up, the council knows about it, and the guild is already getting the beast people out of the area
Okay.
and moving other people into it. Because that's why they're down here. They got that gate down to the bottom. So they can usher them out. There's a safe house out there.
Okay.
Big ruins hidden away. And then, like, once the paladins leave, they, bring them back in. So the
Okay.
guild's really taking good care of this town. We have the guild has a good relationship with the town's council, stuff like that. So there's members everywhere, different classes. They're all watching. They're all paying attention. Nothing happens in this town without the guild knowing about it.
Alrighty.
Unlike our little hometown. But yeah, so, and like somebody comes up and taps Nira and goes, "Yeah, we spotted this."
Yeah.
We've spotted a suspicious guy. We're gonna keep an eye on him, and then he disappears into the crowd. And Nira smirks and goes, "And that is the reason why I like this town so much.
I can see that.
They look out for everybody here."
Wow, this is probably one of the safest places you could ever be then.
Then Nira just kind of rotates her wrist and goes, "I told you that earlier, but all right."
I didn't believe you. I don't know why, but I didn't feel like it was.
Nira chuckles and goes, "Nothing happens in this town without either the guild or the council knowing about it.
Oh,
And
so
if
they'll
one
know
finds
about
out,
it?
the other one finds out about it sooner or later." She goes, "This, I'm guessing the guild is keeping it to themselves, but now that I know, I'll be able to keep an eye out, and I won't, like I said, I won't let you go anywhere alone anymore."
Okay. Well, at least I feel a little more safe. Knowing that.
And then about an hour passes. We finished our meal. We've paid,
Yeah.
and we're starting to make our way to the guild hall. No, we've arrived at the guild hall.
Yeah.
And Nira just kind of pushes you through the door
Ah!
and throws her hood up. And like slinks in behind you and just gives you the motion to shut up. You just shh. She doesn't want to be seen just yet.
Okay. She
At
nods.
this point, we've walked in, and Norrell, you now have the large block of stone in front of you.
Alright, so where am I now?
Your class is ended. You
Okay,
be wherever you
so
want in the guild hall.
Can I be watching Norrell ready to punch the crap out of this rock?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Why
Oh,
not?
hell yeah.
I'm spectating it too.
I might as well watch too, since I just came
So-
in.
Oh,
The thing is, Pelwood, you don't see myself and Viessa just yet.
okay. But as soon as I see you, can I just say, hey, you want to see Norrell punch a rock?
We already know.
Okay.
You would be on. So the guild hall has like 2 floors in the main
Uh-huh.
hall. You'd be on like the balcony, so you're like standing up above us
Ah,
by
okay.
the front door. So you wouldn't be able to see us, and Nira's just like peeking around Viessa, doing her best to stay hidden.
Yeah. I got my eyes focused on this rock. Not Dwayne the Rock Johnson.
No.
That's probably about to get decimated, but I digress.
Mm,
All right, Jake, you're up.
It is currently at this time that Norrell has himself placed behind the rock and have himself standing and takes
And
in a
before-
deep breath.
Before you start, Mallory has made her way around the kids' plates and has checked pockets, at making sure they did what they were told. None of them have been busted. I mean, one of the rogues tried to hide a piece of broccoli in his hair. One of the rogue kids tried to hide a piece of broccoli in his hair, and she just kind of pulled it out, shook it in his face. He was fine, and he eats it.
Hmm.
She's a magic user. She used prestidigitation on it. It's clean.
ah.
Kid eats it. She goes, all right, now that I've checked everyone, if you would please. And she motions to the center of the floor. The attendants move the tables, and a few, like 10, bring in this large stone. And one of them goes, we didn't have any stones the size the kids wanted, so we brought in something a bit bigger. I hope that's all right.
Oh,
This thing is about as big as you and weighs about 6 times as much.
well, I suppose it'll be fun to have a decent challenge.
Are you going to use your bracers on this?
They are already on my hands, so yes.
All right. Rolled a hit.
Just pretended that ogre.
Pretty much. Takes in a deep breath, exhales.
It's a rock. It's not moving. The hit is going to be low. The only reason he's going to miss is if he rolls a 1.
And you've been generous with this.
Yes.
Gets into its stance and goes for a straightforward punch to it.
You hit. It's
Wow.
a rock.
Yeah, it's a rock.
I'm going to say its AC is like 5. Because it doesn't move. It's a rock.
Yeah, I
That's
double
a-
that.
It wasn't a
Double
rock.
that.
It was a rock.
Basically 10 if I just did my strength instead of doing the attack rolls with the bracers. Definitely
Yeah, you're
worth
gonna-
it.
Yeah, you can add on your stuff. All right, go ahead and get your dice. All of them.
All the dice that you need.
What do you need cloned?
Basically all I need is one,
Gotta add in the dice for your
5.
bracers.
Yeah. 1, 2, 2, just 2 more.
But wasn't it for every even level you gain a die with those? And you're level 9?
Yeah.
So 2, 4, 6, 8. You had 4 dice to your roll.
4d6. Yeah. Which
Yep,
is why I
you
did
said
the
2.
1 for the normal and then 1, 2, 3, 4. So add 2.
Okay.
One and 2. Right. 22.
Okay. Do you add any key point strikes or whatnot to it as well? Extra attacks? You are
mean,
putting
if
on a
you-
show for the kiddies.
You know what? Yeah. I'll spend a key point to do flurry of blows, so that way they can see me instantly do multiple hits.
I'll let you chain together as many of your key point techniques as you want for this.
Um, okay.
So
Well,
go ahead and roll your flurry of blows.
okay, so I think that's 2 extra. So I'll go ahead and just roll these for that. So that's 7 to that.
Okay, so 22 plus 7.
That'd be 29 so far.
Yep.
And it's also at this point that um, it's also at this point that I notice that there is a slight bit of debris heading my direction. So I decide to show off even more by rolling or using my key point for deflect missiles. But
Okay.
that's 1d10 plus dex modifier plus monk level. So that's 8. Jesus. 12. 16. So that's a total of 21.
20. You catch those shards. You catch multiple shards. Okay, do you hit the rock some more?
Uh-oh. Now I think he's frozen in time.
Dun dun dun.
Yep, he is. Rip.
As long as this doesn't crash.
Okay, am I back?
Yeah,
Yep.
you're back.
Alright.
Yay!
Alright, so what I did was I rolled 21 for the deflect missiles. I caught it, and what I do instead of throwing it, I just catch it and crush it in my hand.
Okay. Do you hit the rock some more?
I guess I can go for extra attack. I'm gonna go for a splitting crescent kick, which is like a clockwise kick from the foot being up and then downward on. So roll that. That's 4 out of that. 33. And I believe that's it. I shall use all of that, and I do believe all of that pretty much makes it to where I have split the rock in half.
How much damage did you do to it total? 29.
33.
You've done 33 damage total.
Right. Yes, 33 damage total.
Okay. You pull off all your hits, and as you lay the final one into it, the top of the rock just blows apart. There's nobody in front of you, and all the pieces just go flying that way and scatter all over the floor. There's now this big divot in the rock. Do you turn away from the rock?
I turn away from the rock? What do you mean?
Do you turn around and have the rock at your back? Or do you just stand there and face it? Better question. Do you do the cool guys don't look at explosions thing?
Actually, yes, I do that. I basically turn around and pretty much get myself into. Well, actually, yeah, I'll do that. I'll just turn around, get into my stance, exhale, and basically go into a monk-like stance of exhaling.
Okay. Do you go upright and then bow? Do a monk bow?
Yes.
Okay. As you bend forward with the monk bow, the rock splits and both ends crash to the floor. And the kids go nuts.
So you have the kids' laughter. Yay!
The kids are laughing, they're cheering, they're having a good time.
Norrell just has a hand behind his head with a smile.
And it's at this point, Lady Mallory finally catches Nira at the corner of her eye. And she was standing next to you, and then you blinked and she was gone.
Man, she's quick.
Viessa, yeah, Viessa, you've been gently pushed off to the side for now.
Okay.
As Mallory finally corners Nira. And then you hear the big reason why Nira didn't want to come back. Just the barrage of questions start again. As she looks Nira over. Make sure to check on that eye.
What was it?
Just like... What?
You cut out for a bit. For me, anyway.
When did I cut out?
She was it looking?
Checking Nira over.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's checking Nira over, checking for broken bones, making sure her tail's completely intact. Got a hold of Nira's head and looking into the damaged eye, making sure that's still working. Basically, she's like the doting mother. And you can clearly see Nira's putting up a fight to get her away from her.
Just get out of here.
To get Mallory away. No, just... And finally gets her hands on her face and pushes her back. Alright, that's about enough of that crap. And you see Mallory's expression quickly change. She's a little unhappy by Nira's language. And she goes, I told you the last time I was here, please don't touch me like that. Mallory's like, yeah, well, I told you 100 times not to use language like that. And Nira gets a good scolding before she turns to you, Viessa.
Viessa
And
smiles.
nervously.
Yes.
And she looks at Nira and then looks at Viessa and goes, is this the other rookie in your group? And Nira hesitantly, yeah. And now you're under examination.
Oh no.
Nothing. It. She runs through a quick physical check,
What is she physically checking? Is my question.
making sure you're completely intact, like you haven't lost anything. Making sure you're healthy. She's doing the mom thing.
Ah, okay.
Like I said, she's like a doting mother to anybody that she has raised for any period of time. They could have been here for like 3 days, and she'd be all over them if they came in as an adult later in life.
As far
She's
as I know, she would be fine
dead.
at this point.
I mean, yeah, it's a little uncomfortable to have her go
Yeah.
all completely over you. I mean, she's not ripping your clothes off or anything, but
Yeah, good.
she's
Thank
making
goodness.
she's making sure you're in one piece and moving your arms up and down and checking every little area she can before Nero finally grabs her by the
It's like,
back
I'm
of her
fine, jeez.
collar. Goes, she's okay. She's been with me all day. Don't have to examine her like everybody else. Pulls her up. Besides, personal space is a thing. And she lets go of Mallory's collar. And like the moment Nira grabbed the collar, like the room went silent. Like nobody grabs her like that.
Oof.
And she just slowly turns and looks at Nira. And is about to go off before Nira goes, personal space. You do this to damn near everybody that walks through these doors. Personal space is a thing. I'm surprised Viessa hasn't run out the door.
I mean,
God knows she was thinking it.
yeah, I was like, she might have backed up and thought about it.
Nero would have had the mind link open with Viessa.
Ah, okay.
Any thoughts? Nero would have heard it.
Yeah, that was her thought. She was gonna back up and do that.
And Mallory takes a deep breath, lets it out. And she goes, "You're right. I'm still working on that. It's a hard habit to break when most of the people that come through this guild hall are my children." And she looks up at Nira, and Nira just stops her and goes, "Don't finish that." Normal, like I said, the room's quiet. You hear all of this.
Rip.
How does Norrell react to that?
Lady
Considering you're in the middle of the room. You're not nowhere near us. But you hear Nira say that. And you know why Nira's saying that, because Mallory didn't raise her. She taught Nira. You and Ava both raised Nira. You more so than Ava.
If you kids will excuse me for a moment. Norrell dusts off his sleeves, straightens the front part of the key, and then proceeds to walk over in the direction that he heard that. Walks in and sees Mira and Lady Mallory, As well
And
as
you see the shocked look on Mallory's face as she finally realizes what Nira sees her as, and it's not a mother, it's a teacher.
Lady Mallory, it seems I still have explaining.
And she looks at you and she goes, no, nope, I think I finally get it. Finally. Yes. I think I finally understand how Nira sees me.
Okay then. Please, enlighten us.
And she takes a deep breath, and you can kind of hear the depression in her voice as she goes, she sees me as a teacher, not a parent. And at that, Nira nods. Belt, you're like looking over the banister going, what the hell's going on down there?
All right.
You can hear it all, but you're like, what's going on down there?
So, finally understand.
And she nods and half-heartedly goes, yes, I do. It's not
Please.
what I would like, but I guess it's what has happened.
You should have a full understanding by now that Nira is essentially very free spirited. It's something that I've grown to understand for years.
Nira scoffs, understand my ass, you just tolerate it.
You know, in this place, it is by the law in here that you can have a bar of soap in your mouth.
And she looks at Nora and goes, not when you're over the age of 16.
Still in the regulations.
The regulations say they can't do that when you after you turn 17. So, and she gives him the finger. Of course, none of the kids see this. There's attendants all around us at this point.
I don't know. Anything else you need me to do?
I mean,
You're
if you
gonna
want to
turn-
come down and join in,
That's up to
you're
you,
more than welcome.
or if you just want to turn in your guild hall room, then you can.
I mean, I don't know if there's anything important I can get out of.
I mean, other than past relations with this character between Nira and Norrell and the character,
Yeah,
Not
you
really.
you could chime into the conversation if you wanted to.
from the balcony.
Yeah, I mean, I really don't have anything else to add. So,
You and Viessa will be walking with Mallory probably next week.
Okay.
I have done my absolute best, Lady Mallory, but she ain't changing.
And at that, she thumbs Norrell, but he is. And Mallory just kind of slowly looks at him. Really?
Okay, this again. Look,
I'm sorry, I had to throw you under the bus at least once with this chick.
I am trying my absolute best to take a glance into this whole vision of change and I don't really necessarily understand myself how I could just completely change who I am, but I don't know. There could be something there, but I just honestly don't think that I'm really going to change that drastically.
And Valerie nods and goes, well, that is one of the main things I did teach. You know, change happens whether you know it or not. And then she puts her hand on your shoulder and goes, and it's good to know that you're noticing the change.
I'm still not very comfortable with it, but I'm willing to try.
And Nira leans over to Viessa. It's about damn time, too.
I agree.
Quietly. Quietly. Those two
Yes.
don't hear it.
Wait, we can also, we're part of the mind thing, right? We can actually do that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you
Listen
can
to
say
my,
it.
to the mind like, it's about damn time, too.
Exactly.
And Nira
So,
chuckles and goes, yep, the stick in the mud is finally working his way out of the mud.
and now I am questioning my attempts.
And Mallory chuckles and goes, don't question, just keep trying. That's all you can do. You'll get it, eventually. Things will make sense.
Hmm.
Life is but a big lesson anyway. You'll either learn from it, or, well, we don't want to talk about that other thing in front of the kids.
Or, let's see, put it politely. Life will, chew you up and spit you out.
She goes a little bit more than just chew you up and spit you out, but yeah.
Putting it politely for the kids.
She goes, you didn't have to say anything at all.
Eh.
That's true.
It's better that they understand.
A lot of them already know life is hard. What do I mean a lot of them? All of them know life is hard. They've all lost their families. That's why they're here. That's why I've welcomed them with open arms. Every one of them. And she motions to Nira, even her.
Quite a challenging one. But yeah.
And she chuckles. Yes, she gave us quite a bit of trouble when she was here the first 6 months, and then the year while she waited for you to come back. But she was still a joy to have around, and the kids really liked her. A lot of them are still here. And those kids pipe up now, finally. And one was like, wait, Hira's back?
As much as I really didn't necessarily, there were a few gripes that I had with this one, but I did enjoy my time here. I really did.
Nira goes, enough to actually stay here?
You're pushing your luck.
I don't know. I think the kids might say otherwise. I'm pretty sure there's a couple of them.
Okay, I have my own choices in the matter.
Some Tai Chi. Some meditation techniques.
Mira, you know I'm not a teacher.
Why? You taught me a lot.
You asked.
And
Persistently.
yeah, only because it's hard to change your damn mind.
Call it what you will. I just have my own mind to make up.
And Mallory nods and goes, yes, that is true. And if you ever do change your mind about teaching anything, what you did to the stone, what Nira suggested, we're more than welcome to set up a time slot.
I do appreciate the offer, but I think this time around I'm just gonna sit that out.
She chuckles and goes, of course. Most of our teachers here come and go. They stay, teach a few lessons, leave. I mean, you're going to be here for a week. While the ship resupplies, and there was a little bit of damage from the storm.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
So, well, they resupply and repair their ship. And of course, the doors of the guild hall are always open.
I like how you're persisting to use the time that we have here. Quite possibly, I can probably sense it. You're going
And
through
she
the whole. You're going through the whole
looks.
guilt trip phase, aren't you?
And this isn't Nero talking to you, it's Mallory. And Mallory just kind of goes, me? Guilt? You? What? The only thing I'm going to guilt you about, and she points at Nero, is her health and well-being. That's the only thing I'm going to guilt you over.
You can clearly tell that she's fine.
Yes, now. You can only take somebody's word at face value for so much.
It's always the same when we come here. And you wonder why I feel that I shouldn't teach.
And Mallory just kind of rolls her eyes and goes, well, I offer it every time because you're here. Because you're one of the few monks that actually come here.
And you're certain of that.
And she goes, I know everybody that comes through these doors. I know about things going on in this town right now. There's not a thing that happens in this city that either I or the city's council don't know about. She pats your shoulder. But you already knew that. Or have forgotten it.
Well, doesn't seem like you really need me for the rest of this for tonight.
I'll say one more thing before you go, Pelt. Okay? She chuckles, her hand still on Norrell's shoulder. She goes, I knew where Nero was the whole time. All day. Or did you forget we have guild members?
Everywhere? Is that what you did?
Yep, she said everywhere.
Okay.
Yeah, okay.
As I've stated several times throughout the session.
Yeah, it just kind of started to cut out when you said that.
Ah.
Yeah, it
Okay.
did.
I'm pretty sure that's what you actually said.
Okay. Yeah, that's what I said.
Alright.
Jake? Oh god, did he derp out?
I don't
Wow.
No.
Good. That was a hardcore derp there.
Oh, it was a derp. Okay.
Huh?
I wasn't
Um,
sure.
Where did I get cut off?
It was at the point to where Lady Mallory was saying about knowing about every single uh, individual. I think is
Okay.
what she was at.
Okay, she says, I know everyone that comes through these doors. I know what goes on in this town better than anyone. The only people that know more is the council. And if they find out something, they'll tell me, and vice versa. But you already know that, unless you've forgotten it.
It's at that point that Norrell was about to respond, but then he remembered that he was trying to change and realized that he is going about his stubborn ways. So it's at that point that Norrell just stops himself, takes a deep breath, exhales, and then says, "Okay, look, that was me being difficult as usual. I need to try to be better.
And when you say difficult as usual, she chuckles. Of course.
Okay, all right. If I'm going to make change, I need to do better. So, since we are actually going to be stuck here for a week, I believe I shall go ahead and oblige the offer."
And she almost Ava-like giddily claps her hands together. Almost. It's a little more refined. It's
She's
not
like,
like, oh yay,
she's like,
but it's like
good
it's like a
job.
little happy. Yeah, like that. And Nira pipes in at this point. If you decide to teach them a little Tai Chi, I'd be more than willing to assist. I mean, you taught me.
Actually, having someone along for it would be very much great assistance, Mira.
And she chuckles and goes, I wonder if that gi I have will still fit. Then she looks down and goes, probably not.
Yeah, I was just thinking that maybe we might need to get a new one.
Then Mallory chuckles and goes, we'll have one ready for you in the morning. We just need to take some measurements and, whatnot. And there's like, oh, no. You can get your measurements, but if I see a dress, that'll be the end of it.
Why do you hate dresses so much?
Then Nira just turns and goes, later.
Oh, okay.
So, yes.
Nira, to just sum it up, Nira's never been like the girly girl type,
Ah.
like at all. Like the whole reason Ava's trying to do it is because she knows it makes Nira feel super uncomfortable. Nira has spent more time with Norrell than anybody else, and a lot of that was like camping out, and,
Ah.
dealing with issues, like hunting, stuff like that.
Okay.
She's more of a tomboy. She's not a girly girl at all.
I mean, Viessa doesn't wear a dress, but you know,
And
she doesn't
Mallory
say
just
that she
kind of,
wouldn't.
yeah. Oh, hold on here. I need my languages. To those of you who don't know, Mallory whispers something in primordial, and Nira immediately picks it up as a curse. She's swearing because Nira caught on.
No.
I can speak primordial.
Of course I don't, so I'd be like, what?
I'm pretty sure I'm the only one that can speak primordial.
Ah.
And she says it in infernal.
Okay, then I would catch on to it.
The only one that wouldn't would be Pelwood.
Yeah, which eventually I'll get to. Eventually,
Yeah.
I'll be able to try to learn that too. So
Yeah, I would say on the we're gonna completely skip the next boat trip. So yeah, if you want to learn a language at the end
okay.
of this, start learning one at the end of the next session.
Uh-huh.
We can go ahead and do that. But right now, no learning.
Just let me know when that happens.
Hmm.
Okay, so when am I supposed to start?
And she goes, well, and she moves you over to the front desk. What times do we have open for a light martial arts class for those who wish to take it? And like the kids are silent, just watching like little hawks.
Like,
And Mallory takes note of this and goes, maybe we'll do it in the guild hall because. And she looks over at the kids. Yeah.
There's a lot of them that want it.
There
I
are a
take it.
lot of them. Like after Norl destroyed the stone, yes.
Well, I can confirm to you kids that the stone was just the beginning.
And Harry goes, "Oh God, you're not gonna do the board thing, are you?"
Oh, please. That's child's play.
She goes, "Oh, good. Wait, no."
Uh-oh.
And she goes, "The last time you did that, you broke every bone in your hand."
Worth it for inquisitive minds.
I am not letting you punch a block of steel.
Yeah, well, things have improved since then.
Wow, a
Goes,
block of steel?
I'll explain that one later too.
Okay.
Mia just looks exasperated. And then she looks at Mallory. Can we get a healer on hand for the class? And she goes, yeah, let's do that.
That will be left to the point of when I can start teaching masterclass. Not now.
That's not gonna be for a while.
Yeah,
And the
that's
kids
going
kind of,
to
when they hear you say that'll be for when I'm teaching the master class, all the kids go, oh, but we want to see.
Listen. You can't just jump all the way to the best. You have to work your way. You have to put in the work and the effort to be the best.
Over the mind link to Viessa. Oh, thank God.
Well, that's a relief.
I'll fucking say.
All you kids that are really wanting to learn and be educated in this, you need to take things step by step. I understand that everyone wants to jump all the way over to punching a block of steel or a wall of steel, but listen. If you attempt that, it's gonna go bad.
And Nero pipes up loud enough so the kids hear it. Like, break every bone in your hand bad.
Yeah, that bad. But for now, I would say the first lesson I will give is more than likely going to be probably some of y'all are thinking the most boring. Would be meditation.
I was gonna say the Tai Chi because that actually factors in the meditation.
Yeah, yeah. Tai Chi and meditation. Yes.
And there he goes. I'll help with the Tai Chi, but for the meditation, you're on your own.
To perform at your best, you must have strength of the mind.
Don't you mean a
Before-
clear mind? Anytime you hear me talking over you, it's to Viessa via the mind link.
Like you must have strength and clearness of the mind before you can have strength of the hands.
Again, to Viessa over the mind link. Oh yeah, like his mind's clear.
I know, right?
I love the mind link. I do.
I know.
I never get to use it.
We should use
I
it more
can't wait till
often.
Well, I've kind of been saving it for when I become basically a Wi-Fi hotspot,
Oh,
where
yeah.
I can link to multiple minds at once
Oh, that'll be
instead
cool.
of going okay, instead of one at a time.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is how it's gonna go with the first lesson. We will be teaching you Tai Chi and meditation. Once you have once you have accurately got down clearness and peace of mind, then you will have complete focus when you throw a strike.
While you're doing that, Valerie's penciling you in for an after lunch class,
Okay.
so we can at least get that in.
Yeah.
All right. So now that we have the introduction out of the the introduction out of the way.
Well, half the kids already fucking know who you are because of Nira.
Yes. Now that we have the introduction on what we're going to be learning, let's hear opinions.
And half the kids that wanted to have immediately went, maybe I'll stick to what I'm studying now.
It seems like, I don't know, I might end up having to do something else. I don't know.
If you need to
They're
go,
asking me-
dude,
they're
go
trying
ahead
to
and
ask-
go.
Trying to ask me if I can finish up the Battletoads game tonight.
Oh yeah, if you need to go, go. Go for it, dude.
Yeah.
Fuck it.
They
Yeah.
want to
And
do
all-
that, and
Yeah, that'd be
In all honesty, Pelt, Battletoads does take priority over D&D. Hands
okay.
down. It's a better
Alright.
game.
Oh, you said it, not me. So.
So he went to bed. Okay, I get it.
Okay, so.
Well, first and foremost, you all know I'm not wrong.
Mhm.
that's personal preference.
Okay, well,
D&D's fun, but you can't kick the crap out of your friends. Unless they're willing to.
Yeah,
Well,
unless if
true.
everyone's willing to have PvP.
That's why Battletoads is great, because you can do it on, and I'm air quoting this, accident.
well, in the NES game you could. I don't even know if there's a way to do it in this new one or not.
If they don't fucking have it, I'm gonna be pissed.
I don't know, it might be an option to have that on, I don't know.
Yeah, they might have it as an option where you can turn it on or off.
But it'll end up being like
Oh.
that game that we played, what was it, Brawl Brothers or whatever, where we just kept throwing each other around.
I remember watching that. That was a fucking train wreck.
Well, I'll see what they're gonna be doing, so if you don't hear
Alright.
from me anymore tonight, have a good night.
Alright.
No,
Alright,
build.
Alright.
Yeah,
alright. I'll continue this next week.
Yep.
Yep.
Alright. Alright, good night then.
Good night.
Good. So it's at this point that I see that half of the kids have pretty much decided to go about their own studies, and Norl just nods and sees the kids that have decided to stay, and pretty much says, "Alright, so first things first, as with tradition, you shall all refer to me as Sensei." Now, this title is only given because I am pretty much in this situation the master or the teacher. Sensei is a bit more of an appropriate term.
The kids that want to attend nod.
Okay. Now that we've got this introduction out of the way and I've asked everyone of their opinions, the ones who have stayed, welcome and thank you. And we shall go with our first lesson.
And he cuts out
Oh no.
in the middle of a word, too. It's like The Sopranos all over again. Do, 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 do. So how's the chat doing?
Dead as usual.
Of course.
I've checked every so often. Nothing.
Okay.
Hey, you're
Let's
back?
try this again.
You stopped in the middle of the word lesson.
Okay. Now, we'll go to our first lesson at the appropriate time. So, I would like for everyone, so welcome and thank you. But I want everyone to be on time.
When you say on time, both Nira and Mallory kind of chuckle. Yeah, give him a little bit of leeway. They like said it at the same time, realized it, and then just kind of looked at each other. What the hell?
Okay.
Nira
Not-
pipes up.
don't-
You'll have 5 minutes after the start time to arrive. If not, I'll find a place for you in the lineup. And
That sounds fair.
a bunch of the kids cheer.
Mm.
Because she like looked after quite a few of them when she was there the second time.
And also, Nora looks over at Nira and again says, "It is very much appreciated that you are assisting. Thank you."
Yeah, we don't need you punching a kid. Somebody's got to keep you in line.
Who said I was gonna go that far?
And Nira just kind of gives you a look like, I know what your temper is.
I swear. I am trying to change here.
Yes, you're in the midst of change. That doesn't mean your temper is not gonna flare up.
And it doesn't help when it keeps being dragged out.
Who said anything about dragging it out? If I wanted to drag it out, I'd drag you outside. And with that, Mallory laughs.
That's
And here, Chuckles goes, I mean, if you really want to go a couple of rounds, let's go. I'll show you what I've learned.
I would rather not.
And Mallory looks at Nira and then looks back at Norl and goes, yeah, it's probably for the best.
Yes, absolutely. I strongly concur.
You know, Jake, if we do actually have a fight, you'd have to get close first.
Yes, obviously.
Yeah.
And
But,
seeing as
but
he raised Nira, she knows what he's capable of and would keep her distance.
well, I mean, that would be playing it smart.
She knows how he operates.
Yes, yes, that's all well and good, but I am going to be attempting to give myself a bit of change, and I would very much appreciate it if you would change the fact of at least toning the insults down a little bit.
Then Nira puts her finger to her chin for a few moments, then looks you dead in the eyes and goes, no, somebody's got to keep you on your toes.
I hope you do realize that there just might be a point to where change starts to feel unwanted.
She goes, oh, I don't push the change. I just give you that gentle nudge you need to. And then she stops like halfway through her sentence. Okay, in your case, I hit you with a tree, but I tried to do the gentle nudge thing at first.
You tried to do the gentle nudge thing at first, which pretty much turned into you wouldn't even let me try without having all of this banter thrown at me first.
Yeah, because I knew you'd back out. At least before. Seeing you actually change your mind on your own without me pushing you is a big step.
Finally, something positive.
And through the mind link, he's still a stubborn asshole.
I would have to agree.
But he's my stubborn asshole, I guess.
Yeah. Since you've been pretty close to each other for quite some time. I could understand.
If one doesn't push, the other one should.
So true.
Okay, well, like I said, I plan to try.
Well, trying's a good thing.
I hope it works out.
It should.
There's always that chance.
Yeah, and chances are something you have to take.
Uh-oh, I got disconnected. No!
So did I.
Rip. Uh-oh.
Hold
Did it
on.
die? Okay, yeah, it did. It's gone. No! Hello Kitty picnic.
That was me, more than likely.
Yeah, I think it was.
Okay, and once you get the table back up, Jake, if you can save it, go for it. I'm gonna wrap thing. Up our conversation. Mallory has given the word and started ushering the kids off to their rooms. Some of the younger ones are being carried by attendants. There's one attendant looking around, can't seem to find one of them. Looking a little worried. And then Viessa, since you're standing next to Nira, you notice Nira's cloak kinda taut on one side. Like someone down low is tugging on it.
I think there's someone over by you.
And Nira, feeling it, looks down, and her eyes go a little wide, and she goes, oh boy. This is gonna be a long week. Do you two look down at what Nira's looking at?
I do.
I do.
Okay, you see a 4-year-old little tiefling girl. She's got her thumb in her mouth. She looks really tired, and she's really hanging on to Nira's cloak. Like, this kid's not gonna let go.
Oh boy.
And the attendant runs over and goes, "Oh, no, sweetie, she's not here." And she goes to reach for the kid, and the kid, the little girl, hides behind Nira's legs, and Nira's just like, "Oh no."
Aww.
And the attendant goes, "Well, she seems to have made up her mind. There's nothing I can do, at least for now." She's she usually spends the night with me, but I guess you're stuck with it. I mean, they're really hesitant to say this. And Nira just rests her fingers on her face and goes, it's fine. It'll be fine."
Aw, you have a little friend.
And Nira just kind of looks slowly over at Viessa and goes, "I don't think that's what she thinks."
Oh.
And the attendant goes, "Yeah, most of the tieflings in the guild that stay at the guild are male.
Oh, okay.
There aren't a whole lot of female tieflings that stay at the guild hall.
Oh,
So
I see.
Nira's like the only one right now.
Oh boy.
And you can see where I'm going with this.
Yeah.
Nira has inadvertently gained a child. The kid thinks Nira's her mom.
Aw.
So, Nira, see the big step that Norrell has made. Nira swallows her pride, scoops up the kid, and goes, "Okay, I see where this is going. I'm not gonna like it, but I see where this is going." And goes, "She can stay with me for the night. And you almost like hear a little disdain in Nira's voice when she says it. So one of the race features that tieflings get is they automatically know thaumaturgy.
Hmm.
Sounds?
What?
What is what?
You cut out.
Okay, one of those is the amplification of sounds.
Oh.
Thaumaturgy can do that. So if the kid starts crying, I would have to make a roll to see if the thaumaturgy kicks in. Yeah, so that's why Nira's like not pushing the kid away because she knows Norl would know.
Hmm.
Yep.
I believe I'm gonna look up thaumaturgy real quick just to confirm my suspicions.
Norl was around Nira enough to know.
That's why when Nira screamed, everybody on the boat heard it.
Oh. Okay.
Your voice booms up to 3 times as loud as normal for 1 minute. You can cause flames to flicker, brighten, dim, or change color for 1 minute. You can cause harmless tremors in the ground for 1 minute. You can create an instantaneous sound that originates from a point of your choice within range, such as a rumble of thunder, a cry of a raven, or ominous whispers. You can instantaneously cause an unlocked door or window to fly open or slam shut. You can alter the appearance of your eyes for 1 minute. Oh, I didn't know about that. That's cool.
Ooh, that is
You
neat.
can cast the spell multiple times. You can have up to 3 of its 1 minute effects active at a time.
Hmm.
So yeah, when a tiefling child activates it without knowing, usually it's the voice booms, the flames will flicker and change colors, and there's usually ground tremors.
Hmm.
So yeah, that's why Nira's taking the 4-year-old with her.
Okay.
And at this point, Viessa, where is she staying? Is she staying at the guild, or is she gonna go to the boat?
Well, since she's there, might as well stay at the guild.
Okay, your room is literally right next door to Nira's. And Norl, you're on Nira's other side.
Okay.
Yeah, because I've already assigned myself to be a teacher, so clearly I'm staying there.
Yeah.
Sweet.
But yeah, so you're on either side. They put you on either side of Nira's room.
And I most likely figured out why there was a sudden internet issue.
What? What happened?
My phone decided to try to do Google Play Store updates.
Oh, lovely.
But yeah, so Nira is now unofficially a mother.
Good luck
And
with that.
It's a 4-year-old. They're easy enough to take care of.
Yeah.
I think the only reason she latched on to Nira is because she's the only female tiefling in the guild hall right now that isn't a child.
Yeah. Understandable.
And then, like, as we get up to the room, the the waiter from the cafe. You know, the one that you saw on the rooftop.
Yeah.
Stops and goes, oh, she's latched onto you. I mean, I can stay in your room if you need help. I've looked after her many times. So my question is, what does Norrell do in that situation?
Norrell he overhears this, and currently he is looming.
He's doing the dad thing.
Yes, he is quietly looming enough to where he could. The tiefling probably could sense an intense stare right now.
Or are we talking like malicious intent stare?
Not really going that far yet.
Like, while you're staring at him, he even openly offers to sleep on the floor, like, before you even started staring at him. Just to, you know, give Nira an extra set of hands for rest, because he heard about the class.
Yeah, overhearing that, Norrell chooses to stay quiet.
Oh, not gonna do that. You're not gonna fucking sleep in my daughter's room, boy.
No, actually, yeah, you're right. Norrell slowly walks up and lightly taps him on the shoulder.
And he immediately, like, he was, you know, slouched over and entertaining the kid with his finger, and he immediately goes upright.
He's like,
he thought it was Mallory.
Pardon me.
And Viessa, did you go into your room, or are you standing there too?
yeah, I'm standing there.
Yeah, this guy, his skin tone is a deep blue. His face almost goes white. He's like, oh crap.
So, what's this I overhear about you wanting to be in the same room as Nira?
And Nira immediately interjects, "You're not my dad. Fuck off."
This is actually one of the biggest moments where I am choosing to not fuck off.
And Nira just shakes her head. It's not like he's trying to get into my pants. And then she looks at him and goes, I mean, you know, there wouldn't be much resistance, but it's not like he's actively trying. And then she motions to the kid that's almost asleep in her arms. Goes, this is the reason why. Do you want me tired for the lesson tomorrow? Because I doubt I'm going to shake her off by that time.
I would say
Alright.
yeah. I mean,
This is the one good reason.
Out of character, Norrell suddenly just reaches behind his back, pulls out a shotgun, just...
Norrell looked at Nira, said that one good reason, and then he chooses to look at the tiefling rogue and goes, "Try anything, and you won't wake up."
And again, he's like white in the face. He's like, I had no intention of trying anything.
Then we're both on the same page.
And he goes, of course. I mean, his hands are up. He's almost fucking pale.
That's good to hear. But know this. I'll have my ways to find out.
Because if anybody does anything like that in the guild hall, Mallory will be the first one to know, and you'd know it.
That's exactly why I said I'll have my ways.
And the attendant that led you to the rooms, now, if she wanted to tell someone or not, that's her choice. But, you know.
I will find out.
It's like, why would I even try anything? I mean, your room's right there.
Yeah, you're next door. You'd hear it.
You'd probably be stupid enough to forget.
And he's like, no.
You've never heard of In the Heat of the Moment, have you?
It's like, there's going to be a child present.
So true. You shouldn't do that in front of
There-
children.
Yes, there is going to be a child present. So do your best to focus on helping out with the child instead.
And the color returns to his face. He's like, that's what I was going to do in the first place.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, if you look behind him, you see Nira's face is in her hand. God damn it.
Just go about your business. I'll know the truth.
Not if I decide not to fucking tell you what actually happened overnight.
This is one of the biggest reasons why I'm really questioning this changing right now.
Do you like my curveball, by the way?
Hmm?
I said, do you like my curveball, by the way, for the end of the session? I had this tucked away up my sleeve for like a week.
You're like, yes.
Like the first bit I informed you guys on, but this bit I kept to myself.
And we both had the same idea of the first part anyway. I was like, yeah, yep.
Yeah, that was fun. That was a good idea on both our parts.
You're
But
like,
this,
you come along saying that, and I'm like, yeah, I was thinking that too.
could you repeat that?
I was,
I popped my mic out.
I was like, yeah, I was thinking of that too when you came up with that. And I was like, yeah, I was gonna do that. No problem. We're all good.
Okay, so is it this point that Norrell just shakes his head, goes about his way?
I know why he's doing this too. I know exactly why.
Oh no.
Both the tiefling, whom I'm going to probably name later, and Nira are teenagers. And Norrell knows it.
Mm.
That's the big reason why.
I
But
see.
again, there's the kid present. Nora's pretty much mature. I mean,
Yeah.
she's not just gonna jump into bed with him,
No.
despite the fact that
Yeah.
his charisma is 20. He's not a fucking bard, dude.
Well, yeah, but Norl obviously is just gonna make damn sure.
I never had any intent for her to get laid. During this visit, anyway.
Someday? Oh man.
The return trip, possibly.
Hmm.
But just to say, this tiefling is kind of crushed on Nira since her. She opened up to while she was standing
Wait,
there. So,
you cut out.
oh, where did I cut out?
You were saying about her, and it was like bloop.
Tiefling had a
Yeah.
crush on
Yeah,
her.
he had a crush on her, and he was the first kid she opened up to and started to trust during her first day at the guild.
Ah.
She was older the second time she came around, and I'd say she was about 14. He's a year older than her. She's 17. He's 18.
Oh, okay.
And like the second time before Norl showed up, a lot of the guild staff was like, "Well, they do make a pretty cute couple."
Yeah.
But Norl would know that those two are just like friends at this point. Nothing major has happened.
Yeah, they're friends, and he's thinking that they need to be careful with the choices they make.
And at that point, the tiefling guy's like, "Okay, you know what? I'm gonna go get changed for bed, and then I'll be back." And he just like
Yeah.
scoots away.
Yeah, you do that.
And then after he scoots away, Nero looks at Nora and goes, "You know, I'm old enough to make my own choices, right?"
Barely.
And then she goes, "Coming from the colossal man-child."
I have brain enough to understand exactly what's going on here.
Uh-huh.
Did you
You have,
not really see the exchange that was going on?
yeah. You kicked into protective daddy mode, which we both agreed was something you would never do.
Well, now I have. You wanted change, right?
And Nera shrugs and goes, "Yeah, I wanted change, but for Christ's sake, Norl." I mean, not Christ. She takes some other god's name in vain, like one that's hardly ever worshipped. Didn't have to go that far.
All he needs to understand is to watch himself. That's all.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's smart enough not to do anything like that with a 4-year-old in the room.
And also in the guild hall.
And Nira nods, and there's that.
Yes.
Or do you not remember what happened to the last couple that got caught making whoopee in the guild hall? Being polite.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. I remember that very much.
Yeah. So you can clearly understand that we both know better.
There's always that chance.
Nira rolls her eyes, brushes you off, goes into a room to start setting things up for the kid.
And Norrell makes his way before Norrell makes his way over to his room, he looks over at Viessa and says, I hope you have a good night's rest, and I will be looking forward to seeing you in the morning or whenever we are all around.
Okay. Well, have a good night.
Good night.
And then,
They go to the
after
room.
Norrell enters his room, the tiefling male comes back. He's in pajama pants, no shirt. He's ripped. He's a fighter. Or he's a rogue. So, sorry. He's a rogue. He's got a good body on him.
Before Viessa goes in, she's just like stares at him for a little bit.
And he looks at you, nods, and goes, don't worry, we've got guards posted everywhere outside. Around the hall right now.
Good.
Nothing's getting in or out of here. I've actually arranged to have a couple of guards posted outside your door tonight.
Well, thank you.
And then he knocks on Nira's door.
As he knocks, it's also at that moment that Norrell ever so slightly, quietly cracks open his door.
Now, Norrell would have heard everything he said to Viessa.
Right.
And putting 1 and 2 together, this guy has been arranging guards all day for Viessa and Nira.
Yeah.
Right. So at that point, when I overhear that, I just like keep the door slightly a little more open, and here's you go. Hey. Psst.
And he looks over at Norrell.
Thank you for everything.
And he rolls his eyes. Okay. Because you don't know what's going on with Viessa, which makes this a little more fun. But he did have an ulterior motive for staying in Nira's room. He wasn't intending for the rooms on either side of Viessa to be filled. So he's got a guard in the empty room next door, and then he's like, well, crap, Nira's in that room. I could probably use her and the kid to get into that room to keep an eye on that room in case whatever is following the other girl gets in that way. He's doing this as a protection thing, not only for Viessa but for Nira and the toddler.
So it's at that point, after Norrell has relayed his message, he lightly closes the door and proceeds to rest.
Yeah, and Viessa goes in and closes her door.
And that's where we wrap up.
Yay!
Huzzah!
And then once the kid falls asleep and Norrel's out cold, the Tiefling and Nira make whoopee all night long. Out of spite.
Out of
No, I'm
spite.
kidding. That doesn't happen. That
I was about to jokingly say, I told you! I fucking told you!
Just because he's a good-looking dude doesn't mean anything is gonna happen. He's just doing his job.
Right. Which is something that Norrell had realized in that moment when
Yep.
he overheard the talk of the guards and stuff. So that's why he decided to be grateful about it.
And that's why he rolled his eyes. He's like, my God, he's dense.
Alright, shall I stop the strum?
Yep.
Strum.
Yep. I think we're pretty much good.
Alright. Bye, everybody!
Bye-bye.